Jesus Christ. He's so loud.
Yeah, that loud.
Half the time, I can't tell if you say that just because that's the shtick or if he's actually that loud.
I feel like that one was the shtick, because, man, that don't sound loud to me at all.
That was fucking loud.
I turned him down many episodes ago, so...
What?
Exactly.
All right, you ho-ho-hos. Let's get this jingle jangle Merry Christmas shit started.
Do we want to do a countdown before we do this?
No, we already did it.
No. I thought we were gonna do the unison thing.
Oh, you want to do it like high?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. How about this?
Mm-hmm.
I'll cut this part out, but I'll count down from 3, and then we all shout, "What's up, you fucking pussies? Let's do this shit."
First off, I don't say you fuck. What's up, you fucking pussies? I actually say, "All right, you fucking pussies." So we're gonna say it that way.
Okay, we gotta say it the canon way.
Okay.
It's canon.
Canon event.
Canon.
3, 2, 1. What's up, you fucking pussies?
All
Let's
right,
do this shit.
Let's get shit.
Oh, I just fucked it up.
Yeah, I was like,
God damn it.
what was the thing you're saying again? You said the wrong thing.
You told us to say it the canon way, and you ended up saying it your way. So it threw me off, and I'm just like,
yeah, it threw me off too.
What
I
the
wasn't
fuck,
already.
dude?
All right, one more time.
Well, it's okay. Repeat it for me again so I can get it down.
All right, so it's all right, not what's up, right?
Yes, it's all right. You fucking pussy.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, you
What's
fucking
up, you fucking pussy?
God damn it!
Fucking rotate.
Roll the clip. Put a number 6 on screen.
Yeah, could you put a 6 on the screen, please? And could you make it really like Christmassy? Like half of the 6 is made out of a candy cane, and the other
like
half
pastel Christmassy with a little bit lighter colors. You know.
Yeah,
it needs to be chartreuse without being chartreuse.
I don't know what the fuck that means. It sounds like a fucking venereal disease. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So we're just gonna keep this going.
It's the Internet Bumshow.
It's the Internet Bum Show.
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 The Internet Bum Show.
It's the Internet Bum Show.
All right.
Bumming internet show.
Mm-hmm.
It's the end of the year, boys. We made it. All right, let's do a special.
Like a
So-
movie or a,
Yeah, no. You can leave your B button behind. It's fine.
oh my god.
Got a B?
Let's talk about music.
It's the Internet Bum Show.
It's the Internet Bum Show.
It's the Internet Bum Show.
That's what makes this episode special. It's just the intro on a loop.
Us being special.
It looks like it's 2 hours, and you expect a good episode, but it's literally just the text-to-speech on a loop.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm gonna do that for April Fools.
That sounds good.
Alright.
Yeah, they got to cut that out, I guess. Make sure nobody knows.
No, I mean I didn't cut it out when I said I was gonna do Ricardo for all of that episode, so it's fine.
This is like an advanced warning, not a that day warning.
That's true. So the Spotify yearly wrap-ups. Mike, you don't have Spotify, but AJ and I do.
I got Apple Music, and it's got a wrap up too.
Yeah, my wrap-up was very interesting. Like I feel like the wrap-ups are like accurate and inaccurate at the same time. Like listen to this.
100%.
My top 5 artists for this year were the Gorillaz, Kanye West, Eminem, The Midnight, and Linkin Park. Linkin Park is the only rock band in that lineup, and it said my top genre for this year was rock. So, I mean, on top of that, my top 5 songs were a Midnight song, and then 4 different Gorillaz songs off the same album. So I still don't get how that's rock.
So, like, generally, you played more rock, like, even, like, all the low ones add up to the highest one, like, highest played genre?
I mean, I guess that would make
sense. On amount of
sense.
plays, too. Like, how many did you play the first one? Like, did I get an insane amount of plays over the rest?
I would say so, because the Midnight song that made it to the top was Dance with Somebody. And that song, I listened to that song so much this year. I knew it was going to be my number one song. But all four of the other songs were from the Gorillaz album that came out this year. And I'm actually
Mm.
surprised at the same time that none of those were number one.
Yeah, gotcha.
Which, I mean, it was no surprise to anyone that Gorillaz was going to be the top artist.
Yeah.
Because, any year that your favorite artist releases an album, that's going to be your number one. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, it would
Funny
have
you
to be
say
the
that.
shittiest record ever for you to not have that.
Because of how it went for mine, I'd actually disagree with that.
Really?
Because I had a
Well,
favorite, and the way it plays through, and like me shuffling music and liking to listen to different kinds of music, is that I didn't
That's
play it
wild.
on repeat all the time, but I still was my favorite. It was, and then one of the other ones ended up getting number one because on my regular playlist they just had more songs in their album, and I just didn't skip anything from all of them, so that
take us
became a
through
number one.
take us through your tops. What were your top 5 artists for the year?
So number one artist was Snail's House, like some Japanese like chill music stuff. The one that I would say really was like kind of my number one was Apache for his like new albums that he released. Trying to think what else. Who else was up there? But I was surprised Snail's House was, but that was also because again they had more songs on there. I didn't shuffle them; they were chill songs, so they'd kind of just go on repeat on the playlist. And you found who my other one was, but the other one I listened to a lot on repeat, but that one didn't become the top album because he released the songs and then released a full album with all the songs after, not including the ones that were already released. So like I would delete the old ones from my playlist and just download the full album, so I had the album as one.
Right. I mean, I'm
And
the
then
same way.
that kind of
That's
split up the listens.
that is one problem that I feel like Spotify and I guess in this case iTunes and stuff like that would have. Back in 2020 when they did Song Machine, the Gorillaz released like 8 of the 16 songs as singles,
Yep.
and because of that, like half of my Spotify wrapped up for that year was that album, but it was a combination of the singles and the album version of the song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'd hear a lot of the same songs twice when I'd go listen to your top 100 songs for the year.
Yeah, exactly.
I also like the fact that you had to explain who your artists are, because I'm sure a lot of listeners would probably be less familiar with your artists than my own. Like, I look at my top 5 artists and it just screams edgy Gen Z listener with like emotional issues.
With the big dick.
Because it's like Eminem and Kanye are both very accomplished rappers, but they have a lot of aggressive and oftentimes emotional style music. And then Gorillaz is just kind of niche music. And then Linkin Park, that just screams, I have problems.
Yep.
The Midnight is I would say the least known out of all of those artists.
That's fair, yeah.
That's just retro 80s style sounding music. And I bet you most people that would know the Midnight would probably be more familiar with something like Gunship, because Gunship seems to have a higher listener count than the Midnight, even though they make similar styles of music. AJ,
Interesting
tell
in
us
my
about.
taste.
Oh, go ahead.
Bring up the one thing. Interesting about my taste is the amount of artists that I have, whereas like comparing to Megan and most other people would have is like these main artists they go to. I have 880 total artists because of just the variety of people I listen to compared to like, I don't remember what Megan had, but I think it was at most not even in triple digits, I think.
Well, I mean, tell me this. When you add a song to your library, do you do what I do? And what I mean by that is, do you save the album and like follow the artist as well?
No, not usually. It Apple kind of does that automatically when I search for news. Like I listen to the new songs playlist that they update every week. That has similar to my taste, similar to my music, and artists I've already listened to. So those ones do kind of get added, but not following them in the way that like actually follow there, just like I could do, like you say.
Well, I get why a lot of people would be like, no, I don't want to do that because I don't want their notifications in my feed or anything like that. But it's like back before we had Spotify, we just did what a lot of people used to do, and it's just I put MP3s on my phone. So it's like when you go in your music player app, you go to your artist tab, and even if you have one song from that artist, you'll see that artist in your list of artists, and you'll see the album that it's from in your list of albums. I like that So it's like,
Mhm.
even if it's just one song on one album from one artist, I save the album and the artist so I can go. Because sometimes it's like people are like, "What do you like to listen to?" And if you're like me, for example, and you listen to all kinds of crazy shit, it's just so much easier to just have a list of artists and be like, just scroll through this because this will tell you a lot better than me trying to summarize it.
Yeah, same. I definitely.
Because it's like, I would say my top three favorite genres is like hip hop would be first, and then electronic would be like second, and then jazz would be third. It's like I like a lot of stuff like Kanye and Eminem and Juice World and shit like that. And I love stuff like the Gorillaz and the Midnight and Gunship and Calvin Harris. And then just
Mhm.
jazz is jazz. Like
Yeah.
one of my artists that I wish that made it to the top five is this Italian Afro funk jazz band called Il Maggio del Gelato, which I had to look it up. That translates to the ice cream wizard.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Like,
expected it to be. That's yeah.
but I mean, this band is gonna go places. I'm telling you, because their sound is just so upbeat and unique. Like a lot of the jazz I've experienced the last few years, and I understand this doesn't encompass all of jazz itself, but it's typically when I think of jazz, it's like soft, almost like lounge room. You got a little
Mhm.
bit of saxophone, maybe a couple trumpets here and there, mostly piano and like some bass, maybe a cello here or there. This stuff, this takes jazz and just kind of flips it. Like short of having like dubstep sounds, I don't think this jazz could be any more upbeat.
Yeah,
But AJ, tell me about your Spotify Wrapped.
he
AJ
died.
is dead.
In the meantime, I had some cheat artists in mind, like one called Moto Music, where they on Apple they're a collaboration of a bunch of artists that create the album, but it's labeled under that one artist's name, which is just like the studio name.
Mhm.
But it's actually various artists on that album, not the actual like artist it says it is the top one. So there's like some that cheated their way up the line.
Sometimes I look at these wrap ups and I'm like, top five is good and all, but it almost seems like a top 10 would be better.
Yeah,
Like,
you can look at more at them on mine here. Like, I can go up to the top 15 with all these.
well, I mean, it's like if I was to go to my top 100 songs for the year, my Spotify 2023 top songs, let me pull that up.
Mhm.
Because, I
I
mean,
think some
number
of this.
six position is something that
Mhm.
people would never expect given all the shit that I just said about music.
Fair.
The Spotify number six spot for my top 100 songs is She Knows by Gnarls Barkley, which is off of
Mhm.
an album that came out in 2006.
Damn.
All
Yeah.
the other shit I just talked about, the Il Maggio del Gelato, the Gorillaz album, the Midnight, that's all in like the last few years. And
Mhm.
then randomly at number six is a song that's more than 15 years old. So
Yeah.
it's like
Oh.
really, it seems like it would encompass a lot more if you had a top 10. Because it's like number seven is Believe What I Say by Kanye, and that came out 3 years ago. But right underneath that is Heart of the City by Jay-Z, and
Mhm.
that is like 2001. Like,
What is your
if
top plays on your number one song? That's what I'm curious about because mine is so weird.
I would have to go through the Spotify wrap up. So I'll look at that real quick. AJ,
Okay.
are you back?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell us about your top artists and songs for the year while I look this up.
Okay. So, top artists for the year.
Uh-huh.
It's Taco Bell. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really hungry. All right. So, looking down my list, the top that I have right now, and it's going to sound weird because Christian, you know like some of my musical taste. One of the artists I have right now, which has literally been my top favorite for going on maybe 2 or 3 years now, and it's Johnny Booth.
Really?
Yeah, because you know how you have like you talk about like the angst and all of that shit. Sometimes when I'm like so stressed the fuck out and I can't just scream out at work because that will definitely get me fired. Um, I literally listen to Johnny Booth. And so far, like for 3 years now. I haven't heard a single bad song from them. And one of my top, two of my three, five of my top from them.
It
Yeah,
just kept going up and up.
it does. Let's see. Asymmetrical. Panoramic. Those don't count, but they're in it. Savannah and the Colt 95, which is one. Thief, which is, goddamn, that song is so fucking good. I also have their newest shit that they dropped like this year, I want to say, off of their album, Moments Elsewhere, is Full Tilt. And The Ladder. Both of those are like good as fuck, but that's just like one artist. It's just like the lyrics to the song and the way that the guitar sounds, the fucking drums, the basses, and then overall, like just him screaming out the fucking lyrics. It's just God. It's just heavy as fuck, and it just makes me feel so much better. Another group that I've been looking at this year, and I know they've been out for like a long time, and I just like heard about them from Josh, and the name of the group is called Sparta, Sparta, and huh?
I said, okay, yeah. Just
Yeah,
Sparta, fair.
Sparta's like one of the songs that I love the most by them is While Oceana Sleeps. And it just gives this fucking, it gives like this crazy ass, just nostalgic sound to it. Like you're back in high school and shit like that. And it's just like, it's almost like people you grew up with just started a band, and they'll like play in like homes and shit, or in like the garage or in the backyard and some shit. And
Got
just
those
the way
vibes.
that yeah, it's literally those vibes, and they're just fucking incredible. Now,
That's cool.
of course, like the Gorillas and everything, like I will forever be a Gorillas fan, always and forever.
Mm.
And I've been stuck on Plastic Beach, and Christian, you know why I'm stuck on Plastic Beach.
It's literally that one song. It has to be.
It's actually like the live version of it will always be the best version to me.
I mean, yes, but that's just because that particular performance, they go so hard in the drums and
Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yes. Like Plastic
for
Beach.
context, I have to say he's talking about the song Empire Ants.
Oh, joys are as the sun has come again to hold you, sailing out the doldrums of the wind.
And one of the weirdest things, before I let you continue, for me, AJ, is how one morning I just happened to be looking at your Snapchat story. This man is in the gym at the lab. The lab has a gym that's publicly available for employees to use. He's in the gym working out to Empire Ants. And it's like for anyone that's ever heard the song before, it's kind of like one of those two-part song styles. Whereas like the first half of it is calm, melancholic, it's relaxing, and
Mhm.
then the second half it just amps up and just goes. It just sounds like a completely different song. So it was always strange when I look at that story in particular, and it's like I really hope he's not working out during the first half because it seems like it'd be weird. It's like if you're doing your stretches or whatever during the first half, and then you just fucking start pumping iron or lifting or whatever the fuck during the second half, that makes sense. But it seems like it'd be the weirdest song to have on repeat because once those drums and everything starts up, it's like you're ready to go, but the song has to end at some point, and when it ends, it goes back to the calm half at the beginning. So it's like, do you just keep pumping iron while the fucking calm piano and shit is playing, or do you
It's
stop and take
that's
a
the cool down.
breath?
That's the cool down. Thank you. It's the cool down. But yeah, like Plastic Beach and God, Cracker Island.
Where the truth was auto-tuned, and its sadness I consumed into my formats every day. In the end I had to pay. In the end I had to pay.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, absolutely.
Cracker Island, you know, like the song is good in itself. Like the studio version of anything is going to be dope, but
Oh, of
it's
course.
something else when like the shit is played live. Like, oh my
Mhm.
God, like
That I'd agree
listening
is
to
fair.
them, listening to, you know, Cracker Island played live and the drums kick in and everybody else gets into it. It's the same way I feel about Empire Ants when they play it live because you know, like Little Dragon, she says her verse and then at the like after that before it gets to like the next verse from her, they're like tell him again. Like that shit right there is just fucking it.
Is that
It
what they're
just
saying right there?
they're saying tell him again. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I always thought
Never
that was
knew.
just Yukimi making some weird noises. Because it's
No,
like you hear it in the live performance, but you don't hear it on the studio version.
no, you don't hear it
Yeah.
on the studio
Is
version.
the
They
distortion
added
just fucking with it?
nuh-uh, that's
Oh, they don't.
they
That's
added that
that's
in on the
that's
like
just backup singers saying "Tell them again."
yeah,
I'll have
the
to
back
I'll have to go back and re-listen to that.
listen to it real close. Like put your headphones in and listen to it because they're like, tell him again. Like that's what they're saying. And I was just like, I fucking love that. And when you stop and think about it, she goes into the second verse and it's her
It's
saying the
literally,
same thing
yeah.
again. So
Like the
yeah,
only difference is the echo on the words "little memories."
uh-huh.
Um, man, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me on this tomorrow because originally my thoughts was as we're talking about these songs, I have snippets of them playing, but we're jumping around so much.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
gonna
That's
be
how it's gonna
2
be.
seconds of this song, 2 seconds of this song.
Okay.
Mhm.
All
Gonna
right.
get copyright flagged out the ass.
All right.
Oh,
I'll change it up and I'll talk
No,
about
no, you're good. I still intend to do this. Like, as much as I would love to make money from this podcast, and I say this like every other episode, I'm starting to sound like a broken record. As much as I'd love to make money from this, it's a hobby and a pastime first, potential career path second. I do this because y'all are my friends. I enjoy us getting to catch up with each other and just shoot the shit about whatever the fuck. And the fact that we made it to an end of the year special means that not only are we still doing it, but it means we intend to do more.
Them again.
So.
Them again.
Mike's just gonna keep doing that now. What would be the
Agrees with
most fucked
anything.
up
Tell
thing
them
is
again.
if somehow AJ is wrong and it really is just the guest artist making weird noises.
That would be pretty
Because I
funny,
can kind
honestly.
of see that, but at the same time,
Now
I
I
don't
feel
know.
self-conscious. I need to go back and listen to it. Thank you so much.
One more thing I wanted to say before we cleared up this. Mike, you were asking. My top song, "Dance with Somebody" by The Midnight. It says I listened to it a total of 156 times this year.
Damn.
So,
Guess what my top listen is for a song?
what is it?
18 plays.
Oh,
Because I don't listen to things on repeat. I hate doing that. It makes me hate songs. So, like on my new playlist, having it just on big shuffle, it's just 18 is max, and that's for like the one I was going off about, like the end of this thing. Megan liked it, and we're playing the car a bunch, and that's why. But that's
I
my
get
highest.
that. I'm the same way with some songs, and it's gotten to a point where I've done it so many times with so many songs that it's like I can tell the first time I hear a song and I'm like, I like this, I'll listen to it, and then I'll listen to it a second time, and I'll be able to pick up. I'm like, this will be the part where every time I just throw it on and it's in the background, my ears will tune out, and then I'll always end up tuning in at this part, and that's how you can tell it's annoying. But for this song in particular, without trying to sound too depressing and edgy, I spent a lot of time, like I'm sure most people our age do, just kind of thinking about shit and just getting in my feels. For me, "Dance with Somebody," even though it didn't come out this year, is my song of the year.
I
And
have confirmed.
it's literally just because of that hook.
I have
He
confirmed.
says, "Life's too short to dance by yourself. Think you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody, not by yourself."
Gotcha.
And I was like, that's what people need to hear.
That they should dance with somebody.
Yes, and not by
Um,
themselves. I will say this, a funny little side note that's unrelated. I've seen recorded performances of this song, and one of the performances, the lead singer is talking about how it was a bad idea to release this song in 2020 because it's like right after the pandemic happened that they released it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like it's like not our best move. Another eerie note is the song was set to release as a single the same week that George Floyd was murdered, and because of that, they were like, let's push this song back a little, and they released it the week after.
Damn, yeah.
So yeah, pandemics and murders made this song a little weird.
Especially for them, yeah.
I mean, never mind. Never mind.
Did either of y'all have anything you wanted to add in terms of music before we moved on?
How many groups was I supposed to like come up with?
Yeah, I mean, you could really just talk about whatever you want. Like, I
Yeah.
had intended for us to do like top 5 artists, top 5 songs, top genre, all that. But I mean, we could sit here and talk about music for hours.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna end it up. Like, cause I have like my rap and shit, but I can go into that all day long.
Mhm.
It's a tie between this lady I listen to named Baby Rose, and the song is called
Mhm.
Fight Club. When you listen to her, she doesn't.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there, AJ. Number one rule about Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight
We
Club.
don't talk about
All
Fight
right.
Club.
Funny guy, funny guy.
Funny, funny. Okay, but yeah, the song is called Fight Club, and when you go and listen to it, her name's Baby Rose, and it's called Fight Club. When you go and listen to it, the way that she sounds in it is surreal. But I'm gonna get off of that. And last, this is not. You're gonna be like, what the fuck, AJ? That's what you're gonna say. Armin van Buren. He is
What?
literally like he makes like dance music, trance music, and
Oh,
shit like that.
I thought you were gonna say like a specific song from him, but okay, yeah.
Okay,
What do you mean by trans music?
trance,
Oh, that's
in a
that's
trance.
dance, trance.
I've never heard someone misinterpret that as that. That's wild.
Okay, everybody, this
it
is
wouldn't be an
episode.
episode of the
We're
Internet
gonna
Bum Show, so someone didn't mishear another person say something.
That's a pretty shit miss here. It's kind of funny.
Ugh.
But
Look, nothing will ever be as bad as Jake mishearing Reddit horror and thinking Reddit horrors.
And
hey,
also not wrong though. What's the difference?
I mean, true. There are some Reddit whores.
Some.
Oh, okay.
Reddit horrorcore whore.
Okay.
All right, tell us about your trance music.
Thank you for pronouncing it right. You almost got canceled.
Counseled,
Hey,
if you will.
Hashtag you've been counseled.
You've been counseled. So, it's a State of Trance episode 1001. It's the celebration
SOT,
mix.
baby.
Yeah, it's
I haven't listened to that for a while.
you know about this one?
I used to listen to it all the time. I just kind of fell off a lot of the trance podcasts, like including the who trying to remember Above and Beyond in their one. I used to watch that a lot, and then it just kind of came the same music over and over for a while, and then I kind of fell off all the podcasts.
This one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been stuck on this shit for almost 2 months now.
I think my friend was saying that because he's really into those still too. He was telling me about it.
Like after he gets through with the like him talking about, you know, how he started and his dream and everything, it's 3 songs that he goes into. It goes into Beautiful Things, the mix with Gabriella and Dresden and Andang, and it goes into Saving Light. And then the last one is called Right Back by Yuri Kane. I want to say that's her name. It's like those 3 put together have been stuck on repeat for the longest fucking time.
That's fair. I've seen other podcasts and songs put those 3 together too. So, as well.
They fucking go together.
God,
it's so fucking good. And you're like driving late at night or some shit, and it's just like you got your windows down, the radio's up, and you just have this playing. The shit's fucking electric, dude. Like I've listened to Armin van Buuren before, and I've listened to, you know, like Audien, and I've listened to what is that man's name? Gareth Emery. I've listened to like all of these folks. Armin van Buuren, Gareth Emery, and Audien have literally been like top tier shit to me. And what's her name? I think it's Sarah Van Buren or something like that. I can't.
No, you mix the other Armin van Buuren.
No. It's her last is I think it's Van Etten or something like that. I can't. Remember. And it's like she makes her music and she plays chill shit. And so I've been on this trance dance / chill type shit for a few months, and it's just been like some of the most mellow stuff ever. And all I can say is that's been like my top 5 shit for like the second half of the year. First and second half of the year, because Johnny Booth has been all year round for me. So yeah, this is my music. Put it on the screen.
Put it on the screen.
It on the screen. Mike, did you have anything else you wanted to add as far as music?
I was just interested with some of it, with how one of my favorite artists was not the top like albums for there, and I don't know how Apple does it for their setup, because I definitely put that one on repeat, so I know I willingly put that song like on from the album, or that album on. Yet there was another one that just happened to be on for some of them, more, like, and only a couple songs from it that got more apparent plays than that one. I don't know. It was just weird how it has it set up, and that's what I was confused about.
The last bit that I wanted to add, and this was something I noticed very early on, because it said I started listening to Dance with Somebody in April. Despite the song being called Dance with Somebody, the style and the tempo of the song really just sounds like fucking skater rink music. And anyone that's listening, or either one of y'all even, listen to the song and try to tell me that it does not sound like something you'd hear at a skating rink. It genuinely sounds like that.
Gotcha.
I All right, like I said, we could just sit here and talk about music all night, but we have other stuff that I wanted us to talk about. Let's talk about our games of the year.
Fuck it.
We all play all kinds of different games, some of them together, some of them with other people, some of them by ourselves. Mike, I think you actually probably play the most games just because you stream more than AJ and just because AJ spends so much time at work, even on the weekends or working out.
Oh,
Mhm.
I
And then
thought about getting back into streaming. By the way, like I'm trying to get everything together.
that sounds
Sick.
good. I mean, I'd like one day for us to be able to help, or at least for me to be able to help y'all with your streams and shit. Like, I really had a lot of fun the day I came on Mike's stream, and even though
You
You
came.
we
what?
failed,
Yeah, there. You heard
hey,
it too.
look, it was a hot tub stream. Okay, it's okay. I
It's
flew
like
to
Does that make
Canada.
it okay? I feel like that's a big no-no still there on Twitch.
yeah,
Well, look, me and my big old titties, we made it okay.
take old bitties,
Fair.
bro.
They won't ban you as long as I have good melons.
God, how true is that?
He said, I came on this stream. Oh, oh,
But no, in all seriousness, I had a lot of fun that day. I think
Yeah.
there were a couple of missions in Deep Rock we failed, but overall it was still fun. And I got to see a lot of the shit Mike was laughing at through his eyes just because I had his stream on the other monitor. So that was also a
Hmm.
lot of fun. It's like when we record gameplay videos and shit. I don't really
And then you
get to
just see
see
it
a
back.
lot of what y'all are losing your shit about until days after. And I'm like, oh, that's what they were laughing at. That is kind of funny.
so you,
Whereas it's like if you're seeing it, and even if it's like with a few second delay, if you're seeing it in real time, it usually hits a lot different then. But I'd say my game of the year. It's like I played a few other games here and there, but my game of the year would be a toss up between
World of Warcraft.
honestly, what
Continue.
would you between
Just
either
guessing you.
World of Warcraft just
I
because of
just
how.
said that.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I just asked you what you said. You wouldn't tell me.
I had a mouth of cinnamon twist, dude. I couldn't help.
Gotcha.
Dick full in your mouth.
And
Oh,
God
and
damn.
the only
dude.
reason I would even
Yes.
consider that is just because due to specific circumstances we won't go into here, that is the majority of what I've played this year. The other candidate that I would consider is Baldur's Gate 3, and that's just because that's been a lot of fun.
Mhm.
I will say
Fair.
some honorable mentions would be Streets of Rogue 1 and Deep Rock Galactic.
Games of this year, though, that's crazy. Even still.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Still.
mean, just because it's game of the year doesn't mean it has to be a game that came out this year.
Yeah.
It's just like how your
Yeah.
or your music of the year doesn't have to be a song that came out this
No,
year.
exactly. Fair. I'm just saying that I'm surprised those ones of all things are up there that high. But it's fair for you. Yeah. Makes sense.
Mike, tell us about your game or games of the year.
Um, I can't not get away with just number one for me to point out as being Lethal Company, just having so
Oh
much
my
fun with friends
god.
that I've been wanting to play it a lot more,
That
and
fucking
gonna
game
play
is
a bunch
scary.
tonight for drunk stream. Let's go.
Drunk stream? Oh, dude.
Yeah, drink every time you die.
Oh, should I play?
You can end up killing AJ
With mods and everything is great.
Mhm.
Like
with that.
it has just been solid and fun to play.
Oh, what about the butt plug mod you were telling me about before we started?
Yeah, that's from it. Yeah, yeah. Somebody made butt plug compatibility with Lethal Company for a mod.
Yeah, Mike was telling me about this before you got in here, AJ.
Oh,
For AJ and all the listeners back home, tell me about this mod again, Mike.
So the mod is compatible with a thing I didn't know existed until today as well. Of buttplug.io is a open source butt plug like app that you can connect to any like vibrating sex toy.
oh my god.
And because it's open source, anybody can mod with it, so you can attach it to games such as Lethal Company. And somebody has made a mod that allows you to do such a thing.
Oh no.
So every time you die, not only are you having a drink, but that butt plug in your ass is going off.
Uh, who knows? You just might come on stream.
Yeah,
So you said
exactly.
you couldn't limit it to just one. What are your other games of the year, Mike?
I
I'm
think
sure
that's kind of like
Destiny
number
2 is
one
one
of
of
like
them.
just had fun. Destiny 2 is just my good time sink. I would not call it like best game. It's been having a lot of issues recently too, as far as
Yeah.
like development and internal issues that I can't put it as like top one. It's just something I still enjoy playing though.
I mean, they're about to be owned by Sony, so things might change.
Well, they already are owned by Sony. It's just a matter of is the CEO people changing because of all the decisions apparently.
But even
Um,
so, does that mean that I can play as Spider-Man in Destiny 3?
What?
No, thank God. Well, actually, you can.
That's
With Strand, you basically can. You can have a Spider-Man outfit. People have made that, so I can't say that doesn't exist. So you know,
the only reason I even asked that is because something that made it difficult for Marvel over the years is that Sony did have certain rights to the Spider-Man character.
yeah, which is
So
so.
it's like anytime you saw Spider-Man in a Marvel movie, it's like, oh shit, how the hell this happened? It's just
Yeah,
it's a little joke if you're in the know. Otherwise, I
exactly.
just
Which
sound like a
feels like it
dork.
shouldn't be. Yeah, it's so fucked up that the copyrights and everything.
AJ, tell
Hey,
us about your game of the year.
Okay.
I
I'm
thought this will
going
bring
to
up
tell
after.
you. I'm going to tell you about my game now.
Your
so
game?
well, no.
He
Yes.
sounds like Jigsaw. Would you like to play a game?
Would you like to know about my game?
I would like to play a game. It involves 2 strippers and some wire pliers.
No, I'm playing. All right. So the games that I've been playing this year, well, my tops have been. God, I gotta get back to playing it. Armor Core 6.
Yep.
Fires
That's
of
number one.
Rubicon, baby. God, for anybody that is a fan of FromSoft, good God.
I would not agree about the FromSoft part. I've had a lot of friends who did not like it because it is not the same as their other styles of games. The mission-based stuff, it plays so differently.
Yeah. The reason being they did that is because Sekiro was the change of their, their Souls-esque
Design.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because first off, it was
And now it's a
Demon
return to
Souls.
the OG.
It was Demon Souls, which sparked everything. Then it went to Dark Souls, which gave everybody that stamina bar and all that shit. Then Dark Souls 2, and then they came out with Bloodborne, and Bloodborne changed up the game too. It still kept the Souls as styled, and it went into Dark Souls 3, and then boom, and
Elden
throughout the
Ring.
years, oh God, yes, Elden Ring. Throughout the fucking
Still need to play it.
years, I need to get back to it. Throughout the years, they've literally, they've made everything so fucking intricate to the point to where it's almost conjoined. And one thing throughout the entire franchise is anything dealing with Moonlight. Like, my God, the Moonlight Greatsword has been in every fucking game that you could think about. But Armor Core has been one of the biggest, things, because if anybody likes a giant mech suit that you can roll around in and beat up
Armored
other
Core
giant
just
mech
makes it
suits.
so fun because you're not slow feeling and clunky compared to most
Yeah.
other mech games.
But
Mhm.
Fires of Rubicon has came out, and it has, to me, revolutionized the Soulsborne feel, and they mixed it with the other franchise that they have basically came out with. So
Yeah.
you have the feel of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, you have Demon Souls mixed in there, and Sekiro, if you would stop and think about it. Because if you get that stagger bar up, you're
Yep.
fucked.
Which is the most important part about that game.
Yes, it is literally the most important part about that shit. I can't tell you how many times I got stuck on what is his name?
First one.
The first, no, it was the second one where you had to
Oh.
go into like the building or whatever, and the guy, he shot out this million rocket or million missile barrage at you, and you had to dodge that
Yeah.
shit.
So
Like,
not the first boss. I meant say first like big boss, the first like
yeah, the
reasonable
first
one.
big boss
Yeah.
at the end of the goddamn chapter. That son of a bitch was
Fuck
just
that
too,
thing.
like, fuck him. Like,
Nothing else was hard compared. Even after they nerfed him, he's still hard. Like shit's
yeah,
rough.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. And the fucked up
Especially because
thing
they don't
is,
give you much. You get
yeah,
nothing.
you don't get shit in this game.
Yeah.
And you don't have any, like, help while you fight it. So everything that you played from like the Dark Souls games and everything that you played from Bloodborne and everything you played from Sekiro, if you played it, even from Elden Ring, like everything that you played from that, it all comes into play and it makes you actually get sweaty by not doing anything at all. And then the bosses that you fight that are like mini bosses, those fuckers are everywhere in the goddamn game. Like
Yep.
the first chapter, you have to fight the giant the quadrupeds with the big ass missiles on their back with the bazooka and shotgun and shit. I'm just like, yo,
Mhm.
I'm finna throw my PC out the fucking window. But
And so many
off,
optional ones too that weren't actually the easiest either.
yep, those fucking optionals. It's like, do I really want these extra credits and that new part that can go inside of
Yes,
my
sir.
AC? Like, fuck it, let's do it. So I made it a habit just to take in a fucking rifle and then just switch to my blade and just start cutting the fuck out of everything.
Mhm.
But off top, Armor Core 6 Fires of Rubicon.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna
Um,
say. More is my major one for my game of the year too. The other one being indie and just lots of fun.
oh my
I
god.
don't think you will compare as that.
It's so much fucking fun. Even the guy, I'm not big on PvP for real, but
Yeah,
even the fucking PvP just pushes me to a fucking limit. And it's just like, I love this. I can't get mad at it. I'm dodging everybody's shit and I'm attacking them. I love this shit. I can't get mad. Even if I lose, I'm not upset. That is a very difficult thing for me to say.
yeah. I
But
still
it's,
like haven't really gotten into the PvP side.
yeah, oh, dude, I'm okay. I'm gonna tell you now. The PvP side of that fucking game, you would think that you're starting off in a low rank. It's like, oh, this is low rank.
Mm-mm.
Everybody in here should be easy. No, they're
Mm-mm.
top fucking tier playing. And for me, if I get on at a certain hour, I have to go up against, I hate to say it, but the people that made the fucking game. Like, I promise you, everybody in here, if you've seen, the E3s on it, or if you've seen like the game shows on it and everything like that, or otaku or shit like that, where they have, like the developers or somebody playing the game and they have like random people get up there and play it and they're just like, oh, he's quick and I didn't do that. And you're sitting there and you have like a imaginary controller in your fucking hand and you're just like, I could have dodged that. I could have dodged that. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're
Mhm.
slow, dude. You're slow. Okay, everything that you just thought about in your mind, go online and try to do that shit against somebody. You're not fucking touching them. Like, at
Yeah.
all. I can't tell you how many times I went into PvP, haven't touched a soul, and lost all of my AP in about 30 seconds. In less than 30 seconds. It's that fucking difficult, but it is so much goddamn fun. Like, I promise you, I don't even get stressed about it. The only thing that's stressful about this game is the goddamn bosses at the end of the chapter that they present to
Yep.
you. Because I swear, if I have to fight another, what is it, octuple leg big gun bastard that flies in the air and has lasers shooting out of his feet, and you have to dodge him while he's moving like a fucking dreidel, I'm throwing the game away.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I saw a lot of people have other issues with them. The only one I issue was just because of due to the amount of stuff I had access to was Bolteus, that first big rocket
Voltaire,
volley guy.
God, Voltaire was a motherfucker. And I promise you, when they say like, "Oh, he's staggered," and you're trying to get to him and swing with your sword, and you fuck around and
Yeah, he is
miss,
not a sword
and
guy.
yeah, he is not a
Attack.
sword guy. But I promise you, if you can hit him with, it's like the basic sword that you get because it's two
Mhm.
hits if you charge it up. If you hit him properly, you will get him in second phase in about 25 seconds. I can't tell you how many times a grown ass man like me has sat here and cried because I missed with the sword just one time. I restarted the whole fucking fight because it's just like, I'm dead. Like, I already knew that I missed that one thing.
Mhm.
I'm dead. And he comes out of the fucking blue and has two big ass flaming blades. And when he swings them to the ground, if you're on the ground, it's automatic death. Or if you get
Burns the ground.
staggered, but yeah, he twirls it. If you don't have any stamina to jump or move, you're fucked. Like, it's just, I can't tell you how many times I screamed in my room and just hit my goddamn computer desk because that shit was so fucking hard. But after you beat it, there are two different types of people. There's, those folks that finally beat it. All right, I can advance. I can do this. I'm good to go. Great. What a great experience. And then there's me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like it just keeps saying it. It's like
Yeah.
you piece of shit. Fuck you.
Well, that
And
one's
you
on
have to
stream for me. Beating that, that was a wild time seeing that one on stream after like multiple of trying it out.
dude, I promise you, I need to start streaming it because after I beat him, I was like, fuck you. I need to go smoke. And like I just got up, I didn't even look at the rest of the cutscene. I just walked out the room and I went outside and I started smoking because dude, my nerves were so fucking bad. I
Oh yeah,
promise
that's
you.
fair.
I like after I played and everything, it's like, all right, I'm finna go to sleep. What's the next chapter like? And I just go into the next chapter and then I'm sitting in my bed, like I'm tossing and turning, and it's almost like the game is calling me. It's just like
You're trying to dodge in your sleep.
yeah, I'm like tossing and turning in my sleep and shit. Dude,
I was dreaming of all those like rocket volleys from Voltaires for days.
You too? Jesus Christ, man. I had a fucking dream. It was just like I think the second or third night of me having a game. I finally wound down. I got in my bed, and the next thing I know, I'm hearing myself in my dream like fucking dodge, dude. Fucking dodge. And it's just like there is Balteus in front of me shooting rockets, and I'm just like, dodge. And I got hit. My AC blew up. I woke up and I was mad. I had a headache and I was sweating. And I was like, I don't ever want to have this dream again.
There's also another two tapes players. My real question is, did you go back to grind out credits to be able to afford more items, or did you just go for it?
I went back and I grinded out credits, and you're probably gonna be like, "Oh, you're a bitch for this,"
No,
but I went
think it's
back to
fair.
like
I did not, but it's fair.
I went back to the first AC fight that you actually have, where that guy's like standing on the. You have to blast to the arena, and the guy is like on top of that building, and he's like, "All right, my first AC fight and everything like
Oh
that."
yeah.
Yeah, that guy, I went all the way back to him and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Give me my money. I'm not going anywhere else.
I'm your
Give me my shit.
Balteus.
Yes, I am your Balteus, goddammit. But I've noticed it's like when you go back and you try to, A rank or S rank everything, the highest I get is a B rank. It's like they literally want you to be precise. Every shot has to kill in one shot or two shots. That's it. I can't
So I learned it
any higher.
depends on the map. Some are enemy kill based, some are time based, some are objective based. So they're varied depending on which map it is. There's a weighting to like what they need you to do quicker or better. Sometimes time doesn't even matter at all. Other times it matters completely the whole thing.
I don't know if you made it this far yet, but there's one
Finish
where
the
you
game.
have to. You finished it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm proud of you. I haven't. I have PTSD
where are you
and my. I'm crossing. I just beat I beat chapter 2, and I'm crossing over into
across the ocean.
I'm going into
So you beat the annoying flying spider one, right? That's the one you would have been at.
Motherfucker. Yes, I hate that goddamn thing.
I've seen so many people have issues with it. I have not had an issue. I even went back, tried a different build. Still, then I was like, I don't see the problem. I'll be honest.
I'll tell you now. The problem I've learned that if you stay up close to him, he can't do shit except run you over. But if you dodge at the right time, you'll be able to attack.
Yes.
I went in with the wrong fucking build. I was going in with a rock or a laser rifle and a shotgun so I can stagger. So I was like, let me switch it up. I went with a laser rifle and a charged laser rifle. So I'll just, dance around him shooting those shots. And when he gets staggered, I switch to my sword. That's where shit fucked up because phase 2, when he's flying in the sky and then he comes down like a fucking strobe light, like that shit right there made me mad because he kills me in 2 hits. And it's just like, yeah, no. I woke up one morning and I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens. I beat him on the first fucking try, me waking up in the morning. I was like, where the fuck was this 3 days ago? Like, where was this at? But
yeah, I know that feel.
But yeah, it's just like game of the year. That's literally game of the year for me. For the simple fact, I've waited so fucking long to get another one because Armor Core 5, like one of my top favorites is For Answer. Because For Answer has always been one of my biggest shits. It's so fucking fun. Then they came out with Armor Core 5 where they went back to the basics of what Armor Core truly was. And I played the fuck out that game. I beat it. I went back to go fight the big bosses and shit again. And the PvP aspect of it, me and my brother, we created this group called Chaos Edge. And to this day, we've
You
had
sound
like,
edgy.
huh? Yes, I was mad edgy. It was also in like 2013. So you gotta,
No, no,
no,
fair.
not
I'm just saying.
2013, but uh, like we've played, and to this day, like with the group that we've created, I'm the only one in the group that when we played PvP, I went up against 4 different AC by myself. I told them to like spread out and go destroy like the rail guns and shit, while you know I just take on everybody else. And to this day, I still can't be touched in that game. That's until two groups came together and they formed and made the Lolly Lule Low. And
Okay, I was worried you were gonna stop at the lolly part there. Okay, yeah.
no, they made a group, Raven and Lolly Lule Low. I'll never forget them. They came together and they dominated everything. And I was like, "Yep, I'm done playing." But Armor Core, hands down, game of the year. Second, like close favorite, I've been playing, Battlefield 2042.
That's
It's
a
a good
second
game.
one. Okay.
Like
What a
it's
I guess the same way
transition.
as Destiny, yeah.
no, I
Meanwhile,
I
Council's being left out here, not understanding anything about this, you know?
Hey, one thing I wanted to add before you transitioned into your next game, AJ, the way you were describing people sitting there watching the developers play or whatever, and you said
Yeah.
sitting there with like an invisible controller going like I could dodge that or whatever. I'd
Mhm.
liken that to middle-aged dads watching football. It's like, oh, you should have landed that.
You should have got that
Missed
fucking
that.
couch, yeah, yeah. Where's
They're
your
just throwing a
fucking
fucking bowl of
crucifixion?
popcorn across the room.
You could have got him.
Man, we could have made it to the playoffs, and this fucking yakko had fucking fumbled the ball.
I'd love to see you try, fucko.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. But the whole time I was just sitting there laughing because AJ, you know how many football fans we work with, so it's like you
Uh-huh.
know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do actually. God, don't let
So,
JK and RK get in anything, and it's just like, oh my God, here we go.
oh yeah, of
I can't
course.
tell you how many times I'm trying to walk into the building and it's like, hey, and he says his opening and everything. Did you see the game? Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. Man, that was a good play. My team is still better than it. It's like, okay, I gotta go
My
clock in.
team.
But you gotta understand, like, all right, I'm walking
Yeah.
away now. Yeah,
All
it's
you have to do is say my team is better than their team, and you sound like a football fan
Stereotypical,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
or any sports fan, really. I mean,
Man, I
all
sure
the
do love
sports are
sports. I am
different,
a
but
fan
all
of
sports
sports,
fans
man.
are the same.
Yeah.
I sure
But
do
All
love
right,
sports team.
all right. I didn't want to hijack your thing for too long. Tell us about
yeah,
Battlefield 2042.
Battlefield 2042 is like an update to Battlefield 4 with it's basically it's the adult version of Call of Duty. Um the reason I
That's
say that
interesting, but fair.
it's
Considering where Call of Duty's
interesting and
gone.
it's fair. Yeah, Call of Duty's
Yeah.
good. I like playing Call of Duty, and the only like thing that I'll really play on it is, the hardcore team deathmatch or kill confirmed or the zombies or shit like that. It's just like you can run around, you can shoot somebody. Oh, they're dead. Oh, that's what's up. It's nice. Everybody's unrealistically running and sliding around corners and shit, and that's cool.
Zooming around.
Yeah, they're like
ADHD.
running around and shit. But in Battlefield, every fucking thing that you do matters. Everything matters. You can pull in a tank, you can get an airplane, you can get a helicopter. If you're sniping somebody, you better be quicker to the you better be quick. Like if you miss your shot, everybody knows where you are. Unless you take off like unless you turn into a tryhard like me and take off the scope and everything because they can't see you if you got the scope off. It's just like it's almost like real. It's like a war simulator.
Let me ask
to
you
a
this, because
degree.
I've played a lot of Battlefield, but I've yet to play 2042. Why would the scope matter?
Because they put the gleam on there. So
Mhm.
everybody knows that you're a sniper. They know where you are. Because
Gotcha.
in what is it, Battlefield 3, you can have a scope on there, but they didn't put the gleam in until I want to say an update or Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Because people were bitching and complaining because they couldn't find the snipers. And it's like, well, okay, that's because everybody wants to lay back and snipe and shit and get far away headshots and
Especially
kills and
objective
everything.
based.
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
objective based. We're like Conquest. You have to go in and you have to destroy these bombs in point A, point Alpha, and point Bravo. And after you do that, you go down the list. And it's almost like the other team is endless, and you only have like 500 people on your side, and people are dropping like flies and shit. So they've added in the Gleam, which of course, it's like any sniper. They had it in Call of Duty. They had it in Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5. They had it in all of these, but it all came in after the fact. So naturally, that's what it is. But Battlefield overall, like 2042, this is the one that it feels like an update to Battlefield 4, and it feels like a combination of all of the other elements that consisted in the Battlefield franchise. And it's good. It's a nice, solid game. It has a few hiccups and it has some shit that you have to fix, but this one seems to be more solidified and more rock solid. It's steady. It's real. It's war. And people are hiding in buildings and holding shit. People are parachuting in and getting shot out the sky. And there are tanks that'll shoot at you if you stand too long. You can blow the tank up with C4. You can, do all of these amazing things, and it's a fun fucking game. It's like that's like number two to me, and I can keep going into it, but it's just like, God, there's so much to it. And
See, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
All I was gonna say is it's like I'm right there with you with the whole Battlefield versus Call of Duty. It's like Call of Duty is fun for the campaigns and stuff, even though they all feel a little rinse and
The
repeat.
newest Call of Duty.
But it's like the reason I always liked Battlefield over Call of Duty is it's like you say, it's an actual war. It's not this is a battle happening in a small space. This is a large battle taking place on a large map. You have helicopters and planes and tanks and shit rolling out and fighting. And it's like you can do just about any kind of role you feel like you would want to do on a battlefield out there. But at the same time, your role matters. You gotta have your medics deploying medicine and picking up dead soldiers, and you gotta have your resupply guys uh, putting down the ammo packs and firing off mortars and throwing out grenades and C4 and shit. You gotta have engineers fix up your vehicles, disable landmines and shit, destroying shit with landmines. You gotta have your snipers covering people, finding out where the targets are, this, that, and the other. When I played Battlefield 3 on 360, I was such a casual that literally all I would do is I'd go recon, go find somewhere, and just constantly spam the recon drone, fly around just marking shit for easy XP, and then destroying devices with the little EMP zapper. That's
You're
literally all I did.
you're
That's
you're a
the
Chad.
funniest playstyle I've ever heard. That's crazy.
You're
Now,
such a
when I
fucking
wasn't doing
Chad.
that, I would run in on the resupply guy or the heavy guy or whatever the fuck you want to call it with a LMG and ammo box. And then I would occasionally hop on my mortar and just bombard shit. Like if I couldn't get into somewhere because it was too heavily fortified, I would like get on my mortar. Because one of the things I think 3 did better than 4 was you could deploy your mortar and actually just you were on the mortar and you had if you had your ammo box next to you, you had unlimited mortar rounds. There was just no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
You're
Battlefield 4, you had the remote mortar. So it's like you
oh
could still
yeah.
use the mortar, but you had to use it through a little tablet thing. And I always thought, I was like, in what in what reality is this viable? Am
This
I gonna
current
place it
reality.
am I
Yeah.
gonna place it over here at position A rush into position B, and if I'm pinned down, hook up my tablet and just use my mortar to bombard that position and leave myself vulnerable?
Okay, that's
No.
fair, yes. It'd be more of
So
like if you would get somebody else to place it, then you do that, like in reality.
yeah, it's like, all right, AJ, you go, you set up with your sniper rifle, and while you're there, set up my mortar, and Mike and I will go in there. If we have to, I'll connect to the mortar and fire it. Versus, it's just me and my mortar, and I still have to control my mortar. No,
Yeah.
if I have to do the mortaring myself and go set it up myself, I'd rather just sit there on the mortar. And it's like anyone that's listening to me bitch about this would just argue, it's like, well, just use the tablet next to it. It's
Yeah,
still
that's
a
what I was
little
thinking.
weird.
But
It's
then you
still a
can use
little
it from
weird
far
because,
away,
like,
though. You can still treat it like you're using it and then choose to go away and then still use it. I would agree with that
and
point.
and it's like another thing that would make it weird with sitting right next to it is because it's remote mortar. It's got that little camera on it, so it's like sometimes if you're
That's
rotating
funny.
it, you're not rotating your body with it, and therefore sometimes you're blocking your own shots. I've literally shot myself in the ass with my mortar and killed myself and blown up the mortar.
Yeah, that's a bad reason. That's fair.
So it's like, even if I didn't want to go where I'm trying to bombard, I would still have to get the fuck away from my mortar.
At least somewhat, but there's not much in that game to be at least somewhat away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of Battlefield 4, there's a lot smaller maps. Like the two favorite maps I played on the most were the flooded Japanese city and then that Russian prison.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I really hope that if there is a mortar in Battlefield 2042, they went back to the old mortar because the remote mortar, it's just
Ain't
a
it?
fucking downgrade. It's a cool concept, don't get me wrong. It's a cool concept, but it's not fucking worth it. Just give me the mortar, let me sit on the mortar and shoot the mortar. Don't give me some fucking fancy upgraded tablet. And if you are gonna give me a fancy upgraded tablet, don't let me shoot myself with it.
Christian, you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's struggling. He's venting now.
Right, yeah.
I'm a little passionate about this subject, okay?
Hey, it turned into a Vietnam flashback real fast. So it's just I'm making sure you're
There's a
good.
reason I spammed the recon drone, okay?
Hey,
Yeah, it's like
you
get
are
kills. No, free XP from recon drone. Yes, please.
I'll
you
take
are
all the fucking kill assists, thank you.
you are an asshole for that.
I will say that's probably another reason why people were okay with not seeing gleams and shit is because the recon drone, one of the easiest way to find the snipers. And it's like back then I had people I would play with, so it's not like I was playing by myself and just
To recon
spamming
for
for kill
somebody
assists.
else.
It's
Yeah,
like a lot of the time I was being like, okay, you need to look out over here because there's this guy on the hill, and if you come in from this direction, he's gonna see you. Go in from this side because you got cover there, and then aim like 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock high, whatever the fuck. This is kind of a late entry, but I will say one of the other game I thought about for my game of the year is Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
well, oh,
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it way more than the first one. I mean, obviously there's a lot of stuff they improved upon from the first one, but just in some ways I actually found this easier than the first one as well. Like there was one fight in this one that I actually had to lower the difficulty on. And what's crazy is when you come back and do the new game plus where everything's harder, I actually didn't have to reduce the difficulty on that same fight. But I think part of that is just you see the fight enough times and you fight enough tough things, you get better. So maybe I was still too much of a scrub when I got to it that time. AJ, was there anything else you wanted to add about your games?
Warframe. Enough said. Fast paced. Bam. Boom. Bada bop. Bo bop. All right. We're good.
I will say this. I'm a little jilted about you and your Warframe because it's what we were playing at the start of the year, and we tried to get you to play with us, and you weren't interested. And like a month or two after we stopped playing, it's like, oh, AJ's online playing Warframe.
that's pretty funny.
I was going through a rough
Um,
time in my life. I'm sorry.
it's fine. Mike, is there anything you wanted to add?
One I still haven't got to finish, but I want to finish more. I love puzzle games, so Talos Principle had a second one come out after years. The developers Serious Sam apparently make good puzzle games, and this one is great, and it uses Unreal Engine, so it looks better now. And I still want to finish it, and I love puzzle games. That's another big one for me.
You said the Serious Sam developers.
Yeah, Crow Team.
Oh,
man.
honestly, Serious Sam games is like one of my favorite series. Like the first game I ever beat in my life was one of the Serious Sam games, and that was like at 4 or 5 years old on my dad's laptop. Let's not even like get into the bad parenting of letting a 4-year-old play Serious Sam.
That's pretty funny,
But-
honestly.
That's actually
more
not
to the
bad
point.
parenting. That is good parenting. Thank you.
But more to the point, it's one of my niche favorites. I've actually thought about trying to get y'all to get together and us do like a playthrough of each of the games because they're really fun. Mike, I think a long time ago you and I tried to do a playthrough with Uzi, and it's just he
Remember
kept
John
playing
and
with the
Christina
cheeky
talking about
breeky.
it, and we had a whole video.
I think so. I think
we
the problem we ran into though is he was using the cheeky breaky skin, and that skin made way too much fucking noise, so we couldn't get anything done. It's like every time he jump, he go cheeky breaky.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Christian, me and you
Ugh.
played it, remember?
Yes, we played it, but we didn't get very far.
I mean, I still got it, so we could always play that.
Yeah,
If
we'll
you
we'll
got
come back to this topic down the line because
just as
there's
long
other
as we
stuff
don't
to get
come on
to.
the stream.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back
Sounds
to it
good.
just as long as we don't come on stream.
Okay, sounds
Got it.
good.
You are listening to the Internet Bum Show, presented by CAMJ Entertainment. Like and subscribe for future episodes and other content featuring the cast here and more. Back to your hosts.
All right, boys,
Worst.
it's time for the Can You Smash That 2023 tournament.
Let's go.
We have rated and said whether we would smash or pass 20 different women, and tonight they will all go head to head to see who gets to give us head.
The redhead will always give.
There it is. Yeah, we already knew that.
Rather than rating and determining whether we will fuck them or not, I've paired all 20 of them in rounds of 1v1s. We will just sit there and we will vote to see who gets to stay in the tournament and who gets left on the freeway.
Christian, the redhead.
Clussy is still up there.
Clussy is in the tournament.
The
As it should
Clussy?
be.
Oh god, yes.
Redhead Clussy.
I wrote them down based off of like the simple name that I had written down for them. So I probably won't be able to recite their "she's a 10" but word for word, but I will try my best. People that are keeping up with this shit, do not quote me. All right. Round elimination. Round 1. She's a 10 but thinks she's 100 versus she's a 10 but she's one of those actually kind of nerds. Gentlemen, place your votes.
Bruh, do
I'm
you
actually-
even have to fucking ask?
They're in booth 1, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Do you even have to ask?
Yeah, for him. No.
Do you
I
have
also
to ask?
forgot.
Still. Even
I
just
also
preference,
forgot
yeah,
that this
I'm
is
actually.
basically the feminized version of Mike with glasses.
Yeah, it is.
Mike, you're pretty hot as a woman.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, so
Wait, I
I'm not
gotta
even
be
gonna
sure
vote
not to-
because even if I thought the she's a 100 was better, it would get outvoted. So actually
So
wins.
did you though?
I
We
gotta
need
be
to
sure
know
not
your
to come
opinion
on
too.
stream.
Actually, I would still vote for the actually girl, just
Okay.
because I don't like people that think they're above what they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the one that
So
won
the other
first.
girl. Greater big creature.
Next up
God.
is the World Wonder Defacer versus the Firework Bomber. Gentlemen, place your votes.
Defacer.
Defacer.
All right.
No, but the world bomber chick she has a choker on, so she's into that freaky shit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I'm torn. Deep world.
I'm having to write this in a notebook if you're all wondering why the brief pauses are in there.
The world facer.
All right. Round 3.
What?
She's a 10, but she's covered in bad tattoos. Versus the Clussy.
Pussy.
You can't do that.
I literally told Mike when I was writing these down before you joined the call. I was like, I'm literally trying to match these in what feels like evenly matched rounds. So
You can't. No, you can't do that. I will
I
not
just
vote on
did.
that.
You have to vote. You have to choose.
No, I'm not voting on Jack. I promise you, I'm not voting on this one.
All right.
I'm not voting on this one. Take my vote out. That's bullshit.
I vote for the Clussy.
Thank you. Okay, there we go. Clissy wins.
Saying
All
Pussy.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you ever make this one again, because I promise you, I will disown you, boy. Don't you ever do this again. This was the most difficult choice of my life. I promise. This was it. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck?
Round 4.
God, that was difficult. The Clissy.
We
Give it to.
have.
You said it's difficult. You didn't even like succeed anything.
I know.
You didn't decide.
Give it to the Clissy.
Next, we have the pet OCD girl. She's a 10, but she's obsessed
She
with pets
automatically
and
loses.
interrupts sex.
She loses.
Versus the boring job role player.
Oh, I hate you.
Boring job.
Who would you
role-playing
rather
is my
have
choice,
sex
I
with?
think.
A girl that keeps checking on our pets or the OSHA inspector?
OSHA inspector sounds kind of fun in comparison.
What about the OSHA inspector at the job versus the other OSHA inspector at our job?
Jesus Christ.
Rate that OSHA inspector.
Which one is it, boys? You checking on Fido or is your dick up to standards?
It's up to
Up to
standards.
standards.
Mine is above par. Thank you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So,
Just hear approval like ratings as you're going through if it is good. It's like, yeah, I'm for it. Okay. Just
All right.
like the Kronk
Round
meme.
5.
It's a nice cock, like with the Kronk from Emperor's New Groove saying that. Have you seen that video? Yeah, just like that, but with OSHA inspector instead.
She's a 10, but she's a criminal wanted dead or alive. Versus she's a 10, but has a creepy or annoying laugh.
I know what's going to happen for AJ here.
you know my answer. Put it on the screen. Thank you.
It's the criminal, isn't it?
There you go.
Yep.
It's the criminal.
You remember.
Mike, who do you vote for?
Criminal.
No,
Fair
you
enough.
can't. You can't. No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I can vote for the same thing as you. We have all the whole other time.
That's how the tournament works.
That's exactly how it works. Somebody has to match your vote. God damn it, not every time.
For context, for people listening, AJ's trying to use our RPG bot to start an adventure and cover up the fucking hot chicks or whatever.
I'm sorry. I wanted to be a part of something.
Go do it in another channel. Quit covering it up in this one.
Okay. Fine, bro. All right.
All right.
Here we go. It's there.
Round 6. She's a 10, but she'll only smash if you get her pregnant. Versus
That's
she's a
automatic
10,
win.
but she gets mad at you when you will not drink the smoothie she's offering you because you don't know what's in it.
Baby, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, I guess it's gotta be the first one.
Are you making life or are you having your life taken?
Yeah.
Hey, babies.
All right.
That's enough.
Round
Put it on the
7.
screen.
Put it on the screen. Round
Put it on the
7.
screen, please.
She's a 10, but she's blasts. I'm not your Barbie girl. I fucked that up so bad.
You're
She's
Bobby
a 10.
Guru.
She's a 10, but she blasts I'm not your Barbie girl outside of her ex-boyfriend's houses versus the anti-Gen Z streamer girl.
Oh shit. Okay.
What's the caption of anti-Gen Z again? Can't see at the moment.
That was the one that stopped the streamer and called her a square and a dork because she was streaming.
Yeah. Okay, yes, thank you. I thought it was the streamer girl when I was thinking about it. Yeah, no, I gotta say first one, the Barbie girl.
The Barbie girl.
Yeah, the Barbie girl. Because
I'm gonna go with that as well, simply because I don't have to go with her while she's blasting that god awful song outside her boyfriend's house.
I mean, I would go because I would probably be like, I'm gonna kick his ass, and she's like, no, you can't do that.
AJ's
No, if
always
it's
looking
somebody
for a
that
fight.
petty, they would say, yeah, you can do that 100%.
Yeah.
They would probably get mad if you said you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, next round.
Mhm.
She's a 10, but she's gone 8 out of the 12 months of the year. Versus she's a 10, but she's a gambling addict and knows your bank information.
I don't like either of them.
AJ says you have to give me the pussy all 12 months of the year, and you cannot have my bank information.
You see, if you say that I need to give the booty, I'm just playing. Let's go with number.
She's a
Let's
10,
go
but she's secretly Bill Cosby in a female skin suit.
Zobble
God.
gobble bubble dee. All right, let's.
I hate that.
Yeah, we'll go with the bitch that's gone all the time because I need my space.
Yeah, I think I'd agree
Pretty
with that.
sure you said something to that effect when we rated her.
Yeah, because I need my space. If you like constantly, on my sack, like, yo, you gotta back off.
Yo.
Pause.
I'm fine with her being gone 8 months and that one winning, but I stand by what I said in the episode where we ranked the gambling girl. She can do all that, but she has to fucking win. You have to be bringing in money instead of
We'll
just
do
fucking
that then.
draining my account.
I know, but if you lose money, I get to punch you. Like, that's just, there has to be equal give and take. There's equal give and take.
Equal rights, equal lefts moment.
Yeah, that's equal rights and equal lefts.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Next round.
Did
She's
you
a
win,
10.
baby? No, I didn't win this time. All right. Mike
You gonna
Tyson.
win these hands.
Mike Tyson.
You want something else?
You won bruises.
She's a 10, but she's a flat earther versus she's a 10, but she's an annoying YouTuber that gets in people's faces and hides behind you to defend you when she pisses somebody off.
Oh, God, both of these?
Both of them.
Flat Earther, I guess it has to be for me. Oh, I hate both.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the YouTuber. When we had Jake on and I sent him that clip, he told me the name of the YouTuber that the annoying one is based off of, and I've already forgotten it.
Yeah. Flat Earther, because not everything ain't flat in the dark. Just saying.
Them boobies got gravitational pull.
Whoa. I love the color of your energy. But yeah.
She's a 10, but she harasses people on airplanes and threatens them. Versus, she's a 10, but she's anti-video game and physically abuses you when she catches you playing them.
God damn. Airplane, I guess.
I mean, which one is she gonna be beating up? You or the people on the airplane?
I don't like either person, frankly, but yeah.
I told you, I tried to make these as equally matched as possible. There's
Think you've
no
done a
way
good
that
job at that, at least.
Clussy was an equal match for a wanted criminal.
Hey, bruh.
Yeah, no, I think.
Bruh. Too soon.
If I'm not able to say things that get you boys to think and actually consider stuff, then I'm not doing my job.
That's fair.
So which one are we going with?
The Flat Earther? Oh wait, no, that's the last one. The plain one.
All right, harasses airline passengers.
I'm going with the
You
gamer.
go with that one, AJ?
No, I'm gonna go with the gamer because if you try to take me
Really?
off my games, yeah, you gonna hit me while I'm playing the game? Do you know I'm aggressive? Like that?
Especially when playing games.
No comment. I just go with the gamer.
I mean,
gamer,
AJ, you already told us what you did to your desk when you kept getting your ass kicked by that boss. So
no, that's not what I'm talking. No comment. Next one, please. Next one. I promise.
I mean, let us never forget that when you were forced to rate her, you said a 5 because I hit back.
No further questions, please. Next one. I am not incriminating myself in this podcast. Next one. Let's go. Thank you.
Honestly, I'm gonna settle for she's anti-video game, and I'm only voting because I have to be the tiebreaker here. I'm gonna settle for anti-video game because I think I would rather just take the beating, and like I told Mike in the episode where we rated her, if I could find other hobbies besides video games, then it wouldn't be a problem. But I think I'd rather make it more uncomfortable for just me than worry about her terrorizing a bunch of people on an airplane. And then also having the embarrassment of being associated with her. Because even if they get the situation under control, everybody gonna be looking at you and be like, that's your woman, man. Fucking do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna settle for anti-video game.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, fair enough.
You're playing that game?
All right. We are
Thank you.
advancing into the second
Wait,
wave.
game.
You're playing a game? Spank me.
Round
All right.
1 of the second wave. We have the actually nerd versus the you must get her pregnant to smash.
Ooh,
I hate you.
I'm actually.
I fucking hate you.
I know who AJ voted for, so.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
All right.
Same here.
Round 2.
Actually,
The World Wonder Defacer versus she's a 10, but she blasts not your Barbie girl outside her ex-boyfriend's houses.
Christian, what the fuck is your problem? Why do you do this to me?
You don't
Why?
vote for him in this order.
The
They're gonna have to face each other at some point.
No, they ain't. We could just all get together and we could come together to solve our problems.
And come
See,
together.
I feel like the easy choice is the Barbie girl.
Yeah.
And
We'll
the
come
reason I
together
say
and
that
solve
is
our
because out of all of the women I've had y'all rate this year,
problems.
when we did the episode with Jake and Thomas, a resounding and unanimous fuck that bitch came when you saw the graffiti she did on Pompeii.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the only time everyone agreed we are not smashing this woman. AJ
Okay.
included.
Yeah, was I included? I don't remember. Okay. If you say
Yes.
I was, I was.
I even made a comment how that's where AJ draws the line.
That's
Not
right. That
attacking,
was the
not
one.
harassing streamers, not throwing fireworks in random neighborhoods. It's spraying a heart with a couple of initials on a wall in Pompeii.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
People don't realize how much I keep up with what we say. I mean, I have to, because one day
go through it all.
AJ is going to say the wrong thing, and I'm going to have to testify in court. And if I don't know what the fuck we said, we all going down.
True.
So, are we voting for Barbie Girl then?
Yeah.
Mike, would you like to cast your vote?
Yeah, Barbie girl.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Round 3. AJ's going to come to my house and fucking kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Round 3. We have she's a 10, but she dresses like a clown during sex versus
Christian.
gone 8 months of the year.
Where are my keys? Where are my keys? I'll be here in a minute. I gotta go.
Red hair. Red hair versus peace and quiet, AJ.
Clissy. Every time.
Yeah, Clissy.
Every time.
All right.
I know where you stay, motherfucker.
She's a 10, but she's role plays as bad or boring job ideas in the bedroom versus the flat earther. Be shy now.
OSHA.
OSHA.
I should have just said she role plays as an OSHA inspector instead. She role plays as boring jobs.
Yeah, that's what it becomes synonymous with at this point.
Did get an S rating. Like, okay.
All right. She's a 10, but she's a criminal wanted dead or alive. Versus she's a 10, but she's anti-video game and abuses you when she catches you playing them.
Well, I think I know what's it for AJ, this one.
Either one sounds like it brings a lot of headache.
I'm going to say dead or alive one.
Christian, I love you like a brother. I do. You have put a great choice and decision upon my shoulders.
Neither one of them has red hair. What the fuck are you talking about?
One is a criminal, so Bonnie and Clyde type shit, and one gets aggressive if I'm playing a game. Both are kinks. All right, so oh god, I hate you. I'm sorry. I have to do it. I can't let the cops get you. I gotta go with the criminal. God damn it. God, I gotta go with the criminal. Fuck. I hate you. I hate you. You
All right.
You're a bastard for that one. You're a bitch, dude. What the fuck? Oh god. I feel like I'm betraying the gamer because never mind. I'm giving
You
way.
mean the anti-gamer?
The anti-Semitic, the anti-gamer. Yes.
The anti-Semitic? What?
Yeah.
Oh my.
No.
Same
There
difference.
is no she's a 10, but she's anti-Semitic. That is where I draw the line.
That's
That's the
weird.
one that's gonna get us sent to jail, huh? All right. Okay. Fine. Fuck it. Yeah. Give me the.
Wave 3. Semifinals. No, this isn't the semifinals. My bad. Wave 3. We have she's a 10, but she's the actually nerd. Versus drumroll, please.
Christian. If you say
Clussy.
I don't know if Greg's gonna pick that one up. You're gonna have to add in a Discord sound there. It had to come down to this at some point.
For listeners at home, if Mike sang it wasn't good enough indication, AJ literally exited the call.
I'm not answering this. This is a. I'm not answering this.
This is a deep cut.
This is a deep cut. And she
All right,
and she got
Mike.
on glasses. She got on glasses.
Would you rather fuck yourself or fuck a clown?
I gotta say myself, as much as I don't want to abandon Felicity. I think I just prefer that more.
No, I can't do
it. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna choose the actually girl anyways. And this is why. I would be afraid that even if I was okay with the Clussy, she would just be too tired to take it off one night, and you just wake up in the middle of the night and see a fucking clown staring back at you.
That sounds funny.
I'm not fucking with that. I'm not dealing with that. That is too much stress.
I would fuck a clown if it was staring directly in my eye sockets in the morning. That is a rough time for me.
Yeah.
What? Wake up, getting fucking wild clown girl.
Wild Clissy.
Wild girl position.
All right. The actually girl.
Yeah. No, she don't.
Look, it's voted 2-1.
Voted.
No, I don't care because I have other personalities and they are all leaning toward the Clissy.
You didn't want to vote too, so it's too bad.
I voted. She automatically wins, and I'm downloading.
Not true.
The picture.
You didn't decide to vote in the first place, so you're even more taking L. It's 2-0.
I have something to look at when I get drunk, and I'm.
And how many other personalities are saying the other side?
7, because they all want me to hit my wiener, and that is exactly what's going to happen.
Hit wiener.
I'm sorry, my La Pain.
La Pain.
The actually, girl, nah, bro.
Next round.
And she
next round.
Freckles. She has freckles. Mother.
Next round. Next round.
Next round.
She's a 10, but she blasts "I'm not your Barbie girl" outside her ex-boyfriend's houses. Versus the OSHA RPer.
OSHA.
I'm afraid I have to agree with Mike. That dick is definitely up to standards.
OSHA. Because I beat the standards. Thank you. All right, here we go.
You know, huh?
Semifinals.
Sam Sims.
We have she's a 10, but she's the actually girl versus the OSHA inspector.
Ooh. Where's your God now?
I think it's in actually. That's where my God is.
Actually.
Actually, my God is right here. And then just unbuttons the fucking collared shirt.
And they just bust out like.
Yeah, no shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the sound. Just.
I love your sound effects. Perfect for it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually. All right.
Oh shit!
It is time for the grand finale.
No, because we have honorable mentions that you're not mentioning.
Oh yeah, I mean she's a 10, but she sounds like Squidward. She's a 10, but her favorite podcast is the Internet Bum Show. And she's a 10, but she's only with you for the money. That's your honorable mentions.
It's not about the money.
The grand finale.
It's all about the Clissy.
She's a 10, but she's the actually nerd versus she's a criminal, but she's wanted dead or alive.
Oh, you piece of shit. You're You're a dick. You're a fucking dick, dude.
Am I narcissistic for wanting myself to go all the way at the end at this point?
Christian, why?
Bonnie and Clyde or red hair, glasses, and freckles.
You're a motherfucker. You know that. You're best. You motherfucker.
I mean, it'd be an even easier vote for you, AJ, if she had red hair. We know that by now.
I mean,
I love how AJ went from like loving these every episode to now hating the reason that he's loving them every episode.
Yeah, I have fetishes. Okay, god damn it, leave me alone.
AJ, I told you months ago we were doing this, so you can't be mad at me. You knew this was going to happen.
I'm mad at you because you knew these lineups. You knew the lineups, and you knew how it was going to happen.
It still comes up this at the end.
No, it doesn't.
The way it
In my
goes.
perfect world, Pussy wins every time.
Let me explain something to you, AJ. Even if I hadn't lined up the first 20 in a way that they were equally matched, the ones you would have voted for would still end up fighting each other at some point.
Yep. You could have made different people.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they still would have faced each other because it would have been 25 and they still would have ended up in the end of the bracket.
Here's what I'll do for next year, AJ. I will make every "Can you smash that girl" in the way that I would normally do it, and I will just deep fake your face on there. Will that make you feel better?
Nope. Give me the criminal. Give me the criminal.
And Mike is voting for himself, which means I'm the tiebreaker.
You're the tiebreaker. The final vote.
Fuck.
Bum 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 bum.
That's the criminal. Give me the criminal.
Go with the actually, girl.
Both of us would be upset if you choose the other one. So.
Yeah.
As much as I would hate to have a girl correct me on every single thing I say, I think that's better than the possibility of being shot down by police, other criminals, or being arrested. Literally, the day that the wanted criminal debuted, Mike literally pitched this hypothetical scenario where you're just laying in bed at night and gunshots come raining in through the window. I can't deal with that. I'll fuck an annoying chick with big titties and glasses. There you have it, gentlemen. Our 2023 champion she's a 10, but she says I'm actually and corrects you. Mike is our 23 3D champion. Congratulations, Mike.
We're taking this award on behalf of the Academy.
Actually,
it's Pornhub Academy.
All right.
Clown gas.
Is there any closing comments y'all would like to make before we move on?
To all my exes I dated and all my exes I hated. Sorry, continue.
That sounds like a Drake line.
It really does, and I didn't think about it until you said something.
I'm gonna tell y'all this now. This recording is evidence. If I hear that in a Drake song between now and the end of time, I'm suing that motherfucker for royalties.
Yeah, you can do that because you said it first.
No, you said it first. You're getting the biggest cut of the winnings.
I just want to have something to rub in Drake's face. Pause. So.
Huh? You what?
All right, goddammit.
All right. Moving on. Time for the first actual segment of the night. It's time for one of my hot takes, gentlemen. And I feel like this is a good summary of this year. Technology will continue to advance faster and faster as it gets better. Think about this. We've played modded Minecraft and modded sandboxes before. Mike, the last time you and I played a modded Minecraft mod pack with Justice and Reaper, what was one of the first things we ended up doing? Can you recall?
Nope.
We set up machines that would grind up ore into 2 units instead of 1. As you continue to make advancements in a sandbox game, the things you have to toil and spend time on doing gets faster and better. Whether it's you build a machine that will double or even triple your output of what you're gathering, or actually go out and do the gathering for you so you can focus on other things. As you make more and more advancements, eventually everything is done for you and faster and more efficiently than you could do it by hand yourself. Another example is AI. At the start of the year, AI was nothing more than a joke about like a dumb bot in a multiplayer game, or a text-to-speech app that you literally just put words into and it would make a very uncanny and annoying robot voice say what you want it to say.
Mhm.
Now we have dozens, if not hundreds, of YouTube channels of AI presidents, AI celebrities doing all kinds of things. We have OpenAI and ChatGPT writing code for people, doing people's essays and book reports, helping people research topics, writing scripts for shows, coming up with concepts for music, writing lyrics and beats for music, all kinds of shit. And as the year progressed, I kept monitoring AI, and I started out with a simple chatbot app that I could build a character and it would just have casual interactions with me. Now I have AI writers to help me come up with characters to rate for Can You Smash That? Prompt ideas for AJ to tell airplane pilot stories in the perspective of. Mike to tell fake news stories about.
Damn.
I can generate art and have concept art or thumbnails for our YouTube videos. I could literally sit there and have a casual conversation with an AI instead of having to bother someone at 3 o'clock in the morning. AI, as it continues to develop, will continue to develop faster and faster. Another good example of how fast technology can develop. Think about the amount of time between the first day that man walked on the earth and the invention of the telephone. Now think about the amount of time between the invention of the telephone and the corded brick phone in a car. Now think about the amount of time between that corded brick phone in a car and a pocket brick phone.
For phone sex.
Now think about that brick phone in your pocket versus a Motorola flip phone. Now think about that and a smartphone. Every one of those amounts of time is smaller than the previous amount of time. As technology gets better, it will continue to develop faster and faster. In 2016, Google was unveiling what they were going to call Google Glasses. It was incredibly expensive and the technology simply wasn't there at the time. To get a pair of Google Glasses would have cost you anywhere of at least $1,500. Ray-Ban has teamed up with Facebook, aka Meta, to make Ray-Ban X Meta glasses that can do more than what the Google Glasses could do back in 2016. You can get a set of those glasses from Ray-Ban from anywhere from $300 to $400. Gaming laptops. Back when I was in high school, it was almost unheard of to have a gaming laptop. It's like if you want a gaming laptop, you were going to be playing shit like Angry Birds and Clash of Clans on it. Now you see people playing MMOs, streaming and recording on gaming laptops, and they're a lot cheaper than they used to be as well. Just like the Meta glasses versus the Google glasses. As technology gets better, it will continue to advance faster and faster. And now that we have AI to help us, it's going to continue to get faster. It's predicted that life for the average human will be able to be extended before any of our lifetimes end. So, I think out of all of my hot takes, that's probably the deepest and most realistic. It's definitely better than how we started back in May with not seeing corn in my shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Corn in your shit?
Funny how time flies, isn't it?
It really is.
When were we talking about having corn and shit?
I said that I'd never seen corn in my shit, and that's how Christian's Hot Takes was born.
Yep.
Okay.
It's been many moons since then, AJ.
It's been
Can you
many
tell who
shits
doesn't remember?
since then too.
Hmm?
It's been many shits since then too.
Yes, and all the while, I've still not seen any corn.
Well, I was taking a dump the other day, and it came out green, and I had little pieces of corn in there, but I don't remember eating corn. I had some like 2 weeks ago, but
All right.
All right. Is there anything y'all wanted to say before we moved on?
No.
No.
Because Clussy lost, and I don't.
AJ is defeated.
I am wholeheartedly defeated because Clussy lost.
You are listening to the Internet Bum Show, presented by CAMJ Entertainment. Like and subscribe for future episodes featuring the cast here and more. back to your host.
All right, let's talk about some gaming again, but for next year. There's a handful of titles that I'm looking forward to next year. For starters, and I know AJ's right there with me on this one, Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door is getting a remake and it's coming out in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the best one in the series. It doesn't matter who you ask, they're all going to tell you, and if they don't tell you that, they're wrong. Was the first one I ever played. It's the second one in the series. But I'm excited for it because my GameCube and my copy was trashed before I could beat the final boss. And realistically, it's the first RPG I ever played. So, you think about it, 10 years old, your first time with an RPG, you're not really smart enough to be able to tell what stats and stuff you want. Like, one of the biggest parts of those games is the badges. You got to have the right badges equipped. That'll make your life that much easier.
Autobots.
That being said, I'm
Roll
very
out.
much looking forward to the opportunity to go back and not only relive part of my childhood, but also beat the final boss, because I never got to have that enjoyment.
I haven't got to have Clissy.
Another game that I'm looking forward to is the remake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the Game Boy Advance.
That's the thing
And
you're
if I,
looking forward to. Not like Princess Peach
and
Showtime?
I honestly don't even know what the fuck that one is. I've seen the trailer pop up in my feed, but
all things choosing the puzzle game. Fair.
Gotcha. I mean, you're all about some puzzle games, so it doesn't surprise me that you're interested.
Too simple of a puzzle game. I feel that one though. It's like it's not the same to me. It's like, and if I'm paying almost full price for a game like that,
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo's not a big fan of sales, so
no,
they are actually. It's just on their website.
And not of their own games though. It's like other games most of the time
because they're fizzles.
If I could ever figure out how to get my Nintendo Switch to record footage, I would try to get AJ over, and we would probably do a series on Mario vs. Donkey Kong, because in the remake, they're actually coming out with 2-player co-op.
You need a capture card for your PC.
Just send it over to you. Send me a capture card.
You can get it on Amazon pretty cheap right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably what I need to do then.
Or order you some Clissy.
No. If I order any Clissy, it'll be for you. We'll be going to Vegas trying to find some of those prostitutes, because all I can eat is coochie anymore. That's another reference from episode 2.
And coochie.
Yes, that's a nice. That's a cute little Uncle Al reference right there, Mike. But fuck, I forgot. Oh, we were talking about capture cards. Yeah.
He said, "Fuck."
There's the elephant in the room, boys. The one I've been chatting y'all about all fucking year. Y'all are probably sick of hearing me bring it up, but we have to talk about it.
ED.
The game. The game that I know y'all know I'm looking forward to the most in 2024. Streets of Rogue 2.
Oh yeah. Both those are yeah, fair.
I could hear the eye rolls. It's okay. Honestly, I think once that comes out, I probably will lock myself in a room and just not do anything else for like a week.
Not even masturbate?
I probably will not fat for a week. I will be balls deep in Streets of Rogue 2.
I don't know how.
Like you word it that way. I'll be honest.
See,
not a fan.
Never mind.
I mean, we've each played Streets of Rogue 1. We know how the game works. We know what we do and don't like about the game. There will be everything we like about the game and more in Streets of Rogue 2. We'll be able to go where we want, do what we want, build a house, do some crafting, go raid places and get materials. Like, my ideal game for the longest time.
America. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Has been, I get in a vehicle with my friends. We go to a place, raid it for resources, and go back to our base and just chill. And the way that the game is being set up is you are going to be able to play the game for as much as you want. And then just like in Valheim, you can take your character to another new world and just continue to improve that character more and more. So it's like I like my parents and we like playing sandbox games together. My mom's not really a hardcore gamer like me or my dad, but she'll play some games with us. I intend to play Streets of Rogue 2 with them because I've played Valheim with them. I also intend for us, obviously, to do a series. We'll get more to that down the line. Jake and his crew is going to be playing it. I'm supposed to be joining them for some of that. And I will literally be able to take my character between those three and even a solo playthrough that I intend to do. I can take that character between all four of those and reap benefits from each one. What are some games y'all are looking forward to next year? Like I know there's got to be at least one game y'all are following.
Honestly, I haven't been following any games. I've been more focused on, like the ones that are coming out this year that are, well, actually, I take that back. 2025, Monster Hunter, like Capcom is releasing
Wilds.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Yep.
I just hate the like pre-hype. Same goes with like GTA 5. So much pre-hype for like futures, and I don't like it. But
that reminds me. Did y'all see the GTA 6 trailer that came out this week?
Yeah, the one that got
that's what I meant. That's why I said GTA 6. That came out like soon after, and yeah.
It was a little weird. They were saying it was leaked, and that's just because it came out a day before it was supposed to. Like it was released Monday, and they were saying it was going to be released Tuesday. I was like, damn, someone really didn't want to wait a day.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike? What are you looking forward to in 2024?
I don't know, honestly. The only thing that I'm interested to try is like when big Destiny DLC coming out. Other than that, like I'm not following anything else. It's not like I'm caring to check out what all the others could be. Honestly, I just prefer to see them as they come because, well, and see whatever pops up that people talk about. But it's like so much is like pre-hype, but I don't remember much about this following year. I know there's a few games that are looking forward to, but can't remember them exactly. Like it's more of I'm not the kind of person to get pre-hyped like that half the time. So it just kind of falls on my mind until it comes out.
I feel like honestly that's probably a very healthy mindset to have just because we've been burned in recent years on too many games. Like the way that Cyberpunk 2077 was, for example.
I had fun with it. I don't think I got burned. I quite enjoyed it.
I mean, I enjoyed it as well, but I was really smart about it. Like I heard all the complaints people were having, so I just said I'm not gonna play it right away. And once I heard it's actually not that bad, that's when I tried it and I actually enjoyed it. I've yet to finish it, and now that they've got the Phantom Liberty DLC out, I'm just gonna wait for that to go on sale before I
better systems
try to get
in it
back
now
into
too.
it. Yeah.
That's I think like the biggest part. And I kind of like the bugginess of before. I enjoy the new systems. I think it's again a good place again now. But yeah, I don't think I was upset with it before. I just haven't played the Phantom Liberty. I haven't really cared to come back to it.
I share a love-hate relationship with how buggy I'll allow some games to be. Because it's like, if you're playing something like Gary's mod, you expect shit to be wonky. It's source physics. That's just how that shit is. But it's like, if I'm trying to play something with like a concise and like gripping story, I don't want to be hearing fucking smacking sounds and see something bouncing off back and forth in the distance. You know what I mean?
Well,
Every
if
Bethesda
you're
game.
anything that has smacking sounds and something's bouncing back and forth,
Yeah, there it is. I knew
it's not a game that you're looking at. I'm just gonna say it.
I mean, this game will make you come in 30 seconds or less. So
you fucking asshole.
you know what's one of my favorite things about AJ, Mike? And it's like I knew this before, but I was in denial of it. But as we've done this podcast more and more, I've realized how true it actually is. You can tell when AJ finds something really funny because he says one of two things. No, one of three things. Wow, fuck you, or I hate you.
Wow. Yeah. Fuck you, dude. You know what? I hate you. That's That's fucking wrong. I don't do that.
Yeah, you do.
Wow, Mike.
If I had time while I'm editing this, I would put together a
Go
compilation.
back.
But that's just too much. That's just too much.
Wow. Fuck you.
M-
No, it's not. It's not that
Maybe
much. 'Cause
once
I
I
don't.
have an AI video
It's too much.
editor, I will have them do that.
That's bullshit. I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
But you know what you
That is
do,
your
dude?
voice pick.
What do do?
There's our him. Expect him to laugh. Yeah.
You know what you do, AJ?
What do I do, Christian?
You have flights of fancy, because that's what's next.
That's what's next? Okay. Well, I'm gonna mosey my way back in the house because I'm freezing my baguettes off right now.
uh, insert Katy Perry here.
Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, your balls are really frozen small and I know. You're wrong.
AJ's got to be one of the best storytellers I've ever met.
What? I just been through a lot of things in my life. I have a lot of stories.
Yeah.
About this time where, can I tell you my side of the story while I was walking the Blue Mile?
About your side of the Blue Mile?
Yeah, thank you. So like I was saying, me, Steve Mongo McMichaels, who was filling out our applications for the Nation of Domination or whatever, then this bitch came out of nowhere and tried to lick the side of my kneecaps. And you know your boy don't play that bullshit, especially when she listening to Blue Monday by Orgy. But the bitch was listening to Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da by Eiffel 65, so I thought she was gonna at least try to get the 357 shoved in her ass and try the back of her knees. Then her grandma, huh?
Let him tell the story. Let him tell the story.
Yeah, go.
Then I sprinkled some oregano all on my chest to see if she'd lick it off or whatnot. Then Steve Marvel McMichaels came out of nowhere and kicked the grandma in the chest.
And then what happened?
All right, that's it.
Oh.
All that happened.
Yep.
Mike, what you fail to realize is I've been listening to stories like this for the last 5 years.
I bet.
Long, hasn't it?
I'm sorry for your loss.
My loss, the internet's gain.
For real. Your brain loss.
Definitely.
All right, AJ, you ready to get in the cockpit?
Uh-huh. I'm ready.
Is this uncocked?
It's time for CAMJ's Flights Fancy. AJ, your prompt this holiday season. You're on a holiday flight that's gone wrong. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. How are you all doing tonight? We are flying at 30,000 feet in the sky. This is Jingle Jangle Air, where everybody is a ho ho ho. Little joke before the holiday season kicks in. If you are enjoying everything, please remember to give us a nice little 5-star rating on Yelp, where everybody is a winner. Even if you lose, everybody is a winner. Okay. So as you can see, we have our onboard movie for tonight is Lethal Weapon, but it's parody. So it isn't Lethal Weapon, it's Lethal Urination. Bill Cosby and Richard Simmons. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Guest starring Charlie Sheen. We all know how this is going to end. Tiger blood, am I right? We all need a little aid from time to time. Okay. Now, if you would look to your left, we are flying, and there are some nice, happy little clouds. And what is that I see? I see a red light that is flying through these skies, and I do believe is that a reindeer? Yes, it's a nice reindeer that's painted on the side of a fighter jet. That's new. And the red nose that we're seeing is actually a tow missile. Oh my. No tow missile. That appears to be A Scud missile? What? Not to be alarmed, everybody. We were told that this is restricted airspace, and I'm being hailed right now, and they're trying to ask me for my identification. That's not a problem. I do see Janet, our new flight attendant. Hello, Janet. How are you? She looks a little nervous. She's motioning and looking for a manual, and she has appeared to have picked up a FLIR system. Okay, she's telling me to tell you all to not be alarmed. Everything is okay. I do, upon further inspection, I see her lips. Her lips are sweating. I've never seen that before. What would you have to do to see somebody's lips sweat at 30,000 feet into the sky? I don't know. That's crazy. But the airplane appears to be flying off because he's trying to get behind us. Okay, that's something new. But back to the flight, everybody. I hope you all are enjoying the peanuts that's being passed around. Yeah, they appear to be a little outdated. Some of them might have worms, so you want to be aware of that. I just say it adds flavor. Don't worry about it. We have appeared to be over Chicago. Oh man, look at that place. It looks nice, and if you have your binoculars, your standard government issued binoculars, you can look down and you can see the happy little people that are rampaging through the streets. They're hijacking cop cars, and there appears to be a few of the young people there. Won't say the color or anything because we're all equal. They appear to be throwing up some hand signs. They're making hand gestures. They must be signing. There might be some deaf people in the crowd. Oh, okay. I can see closer. I am reading the lips, and somebody is saying gang, gang. What is gang, gang? Janet is motioning and showing me a book from the Urban Dictionary. That's a subsidiary of Webster's. Ah, it's what the young people use. Okay, well, we're going to get back to this. It appears that there are other people aiming rockets and missiles this way. I guess it's because the airplane is blue and this is a red sectioned area. Ah, I see. Those people must not like the color blue. Oh man. Well, we don't want to be a cripple, do we? Oh, if anybody has to use the restroom, we do ask that you would please take your own napkins into the restroom if you're going to drop the kids off at the pool, because we have appeared to have ran out of toilet paper. So if you start to smell your neighbor, just say it's okay. We all have those days. I probably shouldn't have served the fish earlier. It's tilapia. There's the joke, if you can get it. Okay, now let's see what else we can see. We are experiencing a little turbulence right now. Everything's okay. And I'm sorry for all of those who are motion sick and have seizures at the flashing lights, because we have apparently had a few electrical issues this past year because they have been cutting our budgets for the flying, and I had to renew my license by sending in 15 cereal box backs. They garnished my wages, but everything is still okay. This is probably a bad time to tell you that I was afraid of flying today because I too have been suffering from irritable bowel syndrome. That's okay. So if you decide to go to the bathroom, there is a little cross in there that you can pray to make sure that everything is okay. Oh, if you will all notice that your seat belts have been replaced with kite string. Very, very sturdy kite string. Because people thought it would be a good idea to take those seat belts out and use them for other conventional means. So we gave you kite strings, and if you look up under your seat, you'll see the kites in which they were attached to, and we've taken them off. I see Martha is in the back. She pulled hers out, and it's a Spider-Man. Oh, hey, you're lucky. Nothing like a web slinger to go around everywhere into the skies. We're going to be safe, everybody. Up. I hear some beeping. I'm looking down. It is telling me that the right engine appears to be malfunctioning, and and we've ran into some some ducks that have been flying this high. I didn't realize that ducks flew this high. Or are we going lower? Man, these buildings are getting a little bit higher. Let's try to fix that. Don't be alarmed, everybody. Janet and Martha are now on their way back there to show you the proper procedures for the new seats in this airline where everybody is a ho ho ho. These are no longer the airplane seats that you have been accustomed to seating yourselves in while you're flying. They all belong to old school El Caminos that we found in a junkyard. I'm terribly sorry for those that are more fans of the Mustangs and the SS's of the street field. Not to be alarmed, everything is okay. We also had to get rid of the oxygen system inside of the airplane for the simple fact it was becoming too much, and there were people on the ground that were less fortunate and needed them in hospitals. So we replaced your oxygen with Febreze. Try not to sniff too much. You can get high. If you know what I'm talking about. Also remember, everybody, please, that 5-star rating on Yelp will help feed me tonight. And maybe one day I'll get to see my children again. Because Sheila thought it would be a good idea to take me to court right before this flight. Everything is okay, and thank you for flying Ho 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 Air. All right. Talk to you soon.
Well done. What a fantastic way to cap off 2023, the year of Captain AJ. Well done, AJ. Very proud of you, sir.
Yeah. What would you have to do to see somebody's lips sweat? Like, for real?
Yeah.
Let me tell
That's
you,
a
AJ,
good question.
to reinforce what I said before about how good of a storyteller you are, Captain AJ's Flights of Fancy, I could literally, if I could produce a whole series of just that, that's the kind of shit people could easily laugh at while going to sleep to it. Like, we may have to make that into a CAMJ side piece, and it's literally just like little burst videos of that.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes just of that. Do like a killer compilation where it lasts like 5 hours long and people listen to it and fall
Do like
asleep.
the fucking 10-hour videos?
Uh-huh.
All right. Mike, was there anything you wanted to add?
No, that seems good.
All right. It's time for.
Just trying to see if I could catch AJ off guard by posting that in the chat. If he ends up seeing it, try not to laugh.
Yeah, I seen it. and I tried my that I kept stopping in the middle of the fucking story. It caught me off guard. And I was like,
Me
please
on the
hold it together.
flight.
Fucking hold it together.
For listeners, it should be on screen now. It's a picture of an incoming FaceTime audio call from a dog named Piss Butt.
Uzi posts on the other server.
God, I like when I saw it, I was like, why would you do that?
I'm glad it worked then.
You are listening to the Internet Bum Show, presented by CAMJ Entertainment. Like and subscribe for future episodes and other content featuring the cast here and more. Back to your hosts.
All right, it is time for Let Me Tell You
Name
Something.
that cooch. No, okay, let's go.
Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me something.
I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if these episodes never get any views. This right here, the three of us talking, rating bad women, coming up with prompts for a fucking borderline racist white air traffic or air pilot, fucking getting people fired for dumb reasons, AJ getting drunk randomly and ruining a whole episode, making Miles Morales and Sonic the Hedgehog fight, telling fucking gassed up AI generated horror stories. This is a good goddamn podcast.
I ruined an episode? When was this? Where was I at?
You were drunk.
You were hella drunk.
Oh my god. I need to stop getting drunk.
This is a good goddamn podcast. There's not really anything I could say I've done in my life that is as much fun as coming back here to my quiet bedroom, hopping on Discord and chatting to you boys for 1 to 2 hours every other weekend.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought you were finna say go back to your room and jacking it with my boys. And I was like, I didn't want to know.
Right, then you do.
Yeah.
This is that kind of circle jerk.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. That's smooth said, dog. Let's just
But no, that's it. This is a good podcast. I'm really proud of how we're doing. I think there are things we can improve on, but as we continue to do it, that gives me time to do so.
And it gives you time to do.
Shout out.
Yes.
Yes, a disappointed yes.
Is there anything y'all wanted to add before we moved on?
No, that's about it. The way your de-heightening of the that was everything. I just want to say thank you.
Glad I could do that for you.
Glad you could do that for me.
Shut the fuck up.
Make him regret his choices.
Mike, is there anything you want to add?
Nah, things been
All
good. Good podcast.
The Clissy.
Yeah.
Best
Clissy's the height of my ear.
The Internet Bum Show, home of the original Clissy.
I don't know if we can say that, but yeah.
We fucking can, and you know we
Not
can.
even the first one. I stole that from here.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Listen.
Home of the original AI generated Clissy.
Yes, that is definitely acceptable.
All right. Before we closed out, I wanted to go over some plans for next year for the channel and for the podcast in particular. So originally, when I made this attempt at YouTube, it was supposed to mostly be just the Internet Bum Show. I wanted to sprinkle in gaming videos here and there. But realistically speaking, between family obligations and my job obligations, as people may have noticed, I don't really have a whole lot of time to do a lot of the gaming videos. Part of that is just because when I'm here at home and I'm trying to edit, I really don't get a lot of time to just sit there and focus on that. There's too much going on. One of the reasons that recording this podcast works, though, is because I literally just go to the back of the house where no one else is. I shut my door and I just shut the world out for an hour or two. So my plans for 2024 is to set up a second computer and take the one that's got my editing software and shit and just bring it back here. That'll be where I record episodes of the Internet Bum Show. That'll be where we record our gaming videos. That'll be where I edit the videos, where I upload them, everything. That is my main goal for next year, is to get that done.
Consistency.
Yes, consistency. I mean, even with the Internet Bum Show, I said back in the beginning, I didn't care how long it took me to do gaming videos as long as I could keep this up. But even that's fell off. Now it takes me anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks to put an episode up. So I want to fix that, but a lot of things are gonna have to change. Obviously, we're gonna have the Streets of Rogue 2 series. That's probably going to be, as far as gaming content, that's probably going to be our main focus for the channel. I really don't expect a whole lot of other channels to cover. I'm sure there will be some people who might do a video on it, but I don't think anyone's really going to be hitting it the way I intend for us to hit it.
Whoa.
Not to mention that with
now.
the way that, shut the fuck up, let me finish. With the way that Streets of Rogue works, because it's procedurally generated and because you can take characters in, you have the opportunity for multiple seasons and multiple series. I do want us to try and do some other indie games like the Serious Sam games. I think we can make a series out of that. I think there's still more we can do with Deep Rock Galactic, especially as they release more seasonal content. There's stuff we can do. I think Mike and I could do with Hearthstone if we try to get back into that. There's just a whole lot of things that I want us to try and do that we haven't really had the opportunity to do this year.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Centrifugal force. R&D stands for research and development.
I'm gonna punch you in the fucking heart. Jesus
that was a good
Christ.
one.
But it all starts with one major thing.
Jacking off the proper way before you get on stream to calm your nerves.
But yeah, as far as the podcast goes, my main focus for that is I want to start trying to get more people in here. I would like to think that y'all enjoy doing the podcast, and if so, great. I'm sure there are plenty of times where you might have been like, I might want to sit this one out. And for example, the very first episode we were supposed to do was supposed to have Jake and Reaper in here. Both of them bailed on me last minute. Mike left a party that he was at to come home just to be on the show. AJ got out of bed, got some caffeine, and sat down at his desk just to be on the show. I want there to be opportunities where if y'all don't want to be on the show, I can fill those seats with other people. I want to be able to rotate the cast, give it some fresh takes, some fresh voices, fresh faces.
I want to
That
know
is
what
my
love
goal
is.
for 2024 for the podcast. I want to get Uzi back in here. I want to get Jake back in here. I want to get some of Jake's people in here. I want to be able to get some of our old crew in here. I've thought about reaching out to Ilis, for example, Mike. I haven't fully decided if, how, and when I want to do that, but it's supposed to be a show with a rotating cast, and you can't really rotate 3 people in and out. That's just not how this works.
I can do different voices, and technically that would be rotating it out.
I mean, if AI continues to develop itself, I'll just build AI characters and we'll bring them in here. But more to the point,
Show me the booty. Give me the booty. I want the booty.
that's the direction we need to start marching in. Before we move on to the light at the end of the tunnel, is there anything y'all wanted to add?
Did you say marching for a specific reason?
Why you say that?
I feel like there's a plethora of different cancelable things I could say right now, and I'm not going to say a single one of them.
Because there was another person that was marching, and it. Okay, continue.
Yeah, continue.
All right. Every episode that we've done this, I've had a wholesome or comedic clip to share with y'all.
Not this time.
Because it's the end of the year special, and because we're here together now, the light at the end of the tunnel is each of us. If possible, I'd like for both of you to give just a brief summary of anything you want to talk about. Anything crazy or major that happened this year that you want to talk about. It could be about the podcast, it can be about the channel, it can be about games, it can be about your favorite meal that you had throughout the year. I don't care. Just this is kind of the wind down period, a time to reflect and think about anything that you did this year or anything that you wish you could have done this year. Anything
Oh,
you're looking forward to next year.
or just anything random at all, really?
Yeah, say what's
Okay.
on your mind. This
Let's
is
talk
also
about
the outro, so make it fresh, make it cool.
all right. Let's talk about cock rings for a second. Sometimes,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, when you go online and you want to order them, they just they don't have the right size. So it's almost like why even, advertise that these could be helpful when they really can't. It's just like what the fuck, you know? And then while we're on that topic, let's talk about butt plugs.
Yeah, there
Like,
it is.
what's the fucking deal with those? Like, they have no guard, especially when you like had Taco Bell, and it's just like, dude, the beans, it just clogs everything up. So you're just sitting there, and you're just
I was
like,
be honest. I was not expecting that to be what you were going to talk about with butt plugs. Yeah, not ready for it.
dude, all right, let's be real for a second, because Mike is just like, I children listen to this. All right, okay.
Yeah,
So
that is exactly it. Uh-huh.
yeah, children listen to this. All right. You
Your
want to talk?
children?
Yeah. My cabbages. All right. You want to talk about some wholesome shit?
No,
Okay. Well,
you talk about whatever you want. I'm just saying that that's not what I expected you to go with.
all
Talking
right.
about the
Unit.
blockage, no guard,
I mean, come
Taco
on, dude.
Bell.
I'm comedic, and everything I say is going to be funny to some degree. All right. So if you
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about some shit that's like legit something to, bring to the table, let's let's talk about being being a good person. We talk about all this extra shit all the time. We talk about so much, stuff that make people laugh and how we come together and everything. We don't often talk about the times that we're actually good people. We never talk about how amazing somebody can be. We never talk about how no matter how a person has been treated or anything like that, how they're still able to have a semblance of being a decent individual. People treat them like shit their entire fucking life, and people, you know, bad mouth them, and people put them in this category of hated and all of that shit. And then they're still like, it's not that deep. It's not that bad. It's the end of the year. Not a lot of people will get to see the next year come in. And a lot of people haven't been able to see the end of the year. A lot of people haven't seen, things like that. And there are folks that are living that treat people like crap, and they get to carry over into the next year. Everybody gets a chance to do something good. Everybody gets a chance to be a better person. Everybody gets a chance to be a decent human being. And people choose the latter. People never choose, oh, I'm going to be good. I'm going to give some holiday cheer this year. And then there are some that are like, it's the end of the year. Somebody's struggling. I want to help them out. Those folks are the ones that make the world go round. Those people are the ones that make everything worth enjoying. I would like to think that all three of us are those types of people. The ones that want to spread shit and be decent human beings and make folks laugh and say the most random shit ever. And hopefully one day the right people will look at this podcast and go, these are some genuine folks. Cheers to us,
Us
Just something
indeed.
small, something wholesome. It's not too random. It's not too off the wall. It's just right.
Better than Taco Bell butt plugs.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you too, Christian.
All right, Mike. Your turn.
And another thing,
Oh,
if
go ahead.
somebody's interested, try anal at least once. Just get it out the way. Just let it happen. There you no, I'm just fucking kidding. All right, here we go.
It's been a crazy year. Mega move countries. Living here, living in city, and trying to deal with finances there. But I'm looking forward to next year about be able to do more and have everything in order to do whatever I want a bit more easily. And just, build friends as always. Helps get through the whole year with the busy change, but it's been good. So yeah, definitely excited for next year. Short and simple.
Yeah, fair enough.
But anal, remember,
yeah,
it's the gift that keeps. No, I'm just playing.
I would say that this year has probably been one of the hardest years of my life for multiple reasons.
Because I'm black.
I ended up in the position I've wanted for a long time at work, and it's been a blessing. My mental health has improved so much more since having gotten to that position. It's not a sex position, mind you.
Oh, well, I don't want to listen to this anymore.
I've found and lost love throughout the year. Found love again. And to this day, I still don't truly know where all that sits. So that's been an exciting part of the year as well.
Love? And you didn't tell me?
This part is rather personal, but it just kind of goes back to the plans for the channel in 2024.
Let's see. What's the plan?
Wednesday, I will be calling a driving academy to try and schedule lessons for myself.
Oh shit!
And taking one of the most pivotal and impactful life turns for the rest of my life.
Was that a pun?
As silly as that sounds, literally the channel, my job, everything hinges on this one critical point. So it's like if I can get this done, I can get the loan I need to get everything set up for us to go forward this in the future. What people may not realize with this channel is that in one way or another, we all contribute. I mean, for starters, as streamers, Mike and AJ already have setups that they use to game and stream and record and things like that. That shit doesn't come for free. I may be using a phone that I already had and a headset to record this podcast and all that. But the fact of the matter is that I still pay a fee for the editing software that I use. I still pay to be able to access the AI and technology that I use to write for these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
This is all stuff.
This is a perfect point for me to come in.
The perfect time.
Oh man.
Why are you so quiet, Jake?
Oh man.
Yeah, he sounds like he's far away and muffled.
Am I quiet? Oh fuck! I'm standing right next to my PC. What the fuck?
In the settings.
This is just like AJ last episode where he didn't have to set his Yeti.
It sounds like you turned down all the highs, but all your lows are there. Is all I hear.
Go hit the cog down at the bottom of Discord. Hit that cog wheel. Yeah, and then
voice and video.
Yeah, no, your input
volume.
There we go.
Dude, that shit's all the way up. How now we're good. Awesome. Audible, the listening software. Anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, dude, I still pay for Adobe Premiere or Adobe Creative Cloud, and the reason that I pay for that, no one will use it, and I don't have time to use it. So
yeah,
fuck.
You came in at the light at the end of the tunnel. You missed everything that I said about the plans for the coming year.
Yeah, he was also talking about anal. You missed that. You just missed that.
Yes. You also missed AJ's speech about Taco Bell butt plugs.
Fuck! I'm into all of those things.
Wait, Mike was talking about a butt plug that like connects to your game. So if you die,
oh yes, I forgot about that. This was like 2.5 hours ago. Of course, I forgot.
It grows. Yeah. Does it grow if you die? Like it
just
grows
uses your
exponentially, so it hurts you?
Actual one, and if it can connect to the open source UI, apparently you can make it work with modded games.
Dude, that's so fucking dope. It's like you get in a like a car or like ATV, and you're just like, that'd be fucking dope.
Not at all.
Not that I would use it.
I mean, if Underpass Joe gets 5,000 subs on the next stream, Maybe we can make something happen.
Oh, dude, I will wear a fucking vibrating butt plug on stream. If I got 5,000 subs, dude, without a fucking doubt, I would wear a vibrating butt plug controlled by the audience.
Yeah, you have to play
Donate $10 or more, and you get to control the butt plug for 30 seconds.
You would just see me banging my head on the fucking desk, like, please stop, please
It's gonna be
stop.
kicked to another state,
Fucking
then.
gets clipped for making a he gal face or whatever the fuck that shit's called.
Oh yeah, like.
It's almost brilliant that you came in at the end of the episode. We've been in here for almost 3 hours.
Dude, I took a nap. I watched The Fall of the House of Usher, and I took a nap.
No, not The Fall of the House of Usher.
That show is one of the best Netflix shows I've ever seen.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Pretty good.
Oh, man. But yeah, we're here. Christian's talking about everything. You missed the anal, though.
Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, it's been a wild year, and hopefully, if everything that we want comes to pass, 2024 will be an even better year. Jake, since you happened in at the last minute, would you like to reflect on your year 2023?
Oh, is that this one? I thought we were doing that later.
No. This is the last one for the year.
What? You didn't hit me up?
Man, it's like there's a whole event in the server that adds everybody.
Dude, I'm gonna be completely real. I didn't get added by no server, and if I did, Discord is on mute because of how many fucking servers I'm in. And, like I can't stand my Discord noties going off every 5 seconds. Damn, dude.
Yeah, no. But I did say at one point that my goal was to have you back on the show more. Maybe even bring some of your peeps.
Oh,
do
yeah,
like a
that's
little
not
side piece.
That's not happening, and that's for the betterment of this podcast, and I'm not doing that.
At least
that's for the potential. That's for the potential of this podcast being monetized for all of you guys.
Don't worry, it's not happening anyways with us. So.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, you don't get to talk about Taco Bell butt plugs and have AJ as a racist white airline pilot and still get to make money from this shit.
Oh, you missed that one today.
I think Comtown does a lot of really fuck shit like that, and they're monetized.
Jake, I would literally produce a podcast of you and your friends, and I would literally make the goal to see if we can be more offensive than the Kill Tony podcast.
You want to? I love that shit. You want to know what? You want to know part of the reason why that's not going to happen is because we all talked about doing a podcast in the other Discord, and I was supposed to be in it, and somehow I got strong-armed out of it without me being there by some woman. And if there's one thing that I don't like about women is when they're
when they take your job.
When they're heard and not seen.
Oh yeah,
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That's for anyone, I feel like, too.
The only woman that Jake wants to hear and not see is an ASMR voice actor.
No, absolutely not. I hate that shit. That shit, deadass. I'll be sitting there like, you know how some people are like, ooh, yeah, this is groove in my brain. I feel all good. I'm like, make it stop. It hurts, dude. It genuinely hurts me. I think I have autism because of how much that hurts.
Couldn't have guessed.
Fuck you. Hey, by the way, Mike, I tried to add you on Facebook as a friend. Where's my goddamn accepting request, huh? You want to go on there? That's not what you're.
Don't touch that shit.
That's not what your goddamn fucking recent said.
Sound it up.
Yeah, I think I didn't add you because I never use it, and I think I didn't recognize the name at the time because of Facebook names. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you know what? That's a better
and
argument,
your account looked like a bot. I am sure.
Even though our one mutual is Christian, you were like, "Nah, that's a bot."
That's like every bot.
He saw my name. He's like, "What?"
He said that dude right there. He's like, I guarantee that dude once had like an anime waifu picture, and it had like some female name, and that's why Christian added it.
Damn.
Man, no, I'll say the this year was eventful, man. It was interesting. I had complete shift in
I'm gonna need to head off, by the way.
In career fields. What'd you say?
I'm saying I need to head off, so I'm gonna keep here. Unfortunately, just
you can give me some head off.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Is that mold?
I'll settle for off head.
Thank you so much for spending your year with us this year, listeners. the Internet Bum Show, and CAMJ Entertainment as a whole will be back in 2024. You can find AJ at Alfred Solidus on Twitch. You can find Mike at Shut Yo Face on Twitch. You can find Jake at the last 5 minutes of this podcast and Underpass Joe on Twitch. We will be back sometime in either late January or early February. Stick around for more. Thank you and good night.
Did you say dick around for more?
Yeah, basically.